Are you prior service, Hazel? Were you in, man?
It's a stupid story, but in a way, yes, I was.
Right on.
I was in for all of like maybe a week, and then I was honorably discharged and everything. I got the papers and stuff like that. So
okay, well at least there's that. It wasn't like you get some dishonorable shit that stains your record for life. You know?
Yeah, exactly. So
good. So you dip your toe in it. That's all good.
Wow, I got to stand around in my underwear with a bunch of guys. It was great.
With the hose?
What? No.
Turn your head and cough, sir. What's happening right now?
Did you have to lean? Did you have to lean up on a with hands forward up against the concrete wall while they hosed you down?
You have to get your balls to one side, now the other side, please.
See, he knows. Yeah, I mean, that was everything that I was doing, and yeah, there was.
So you did. So if you were in the week, you did for like a week or so. You did the whole MEPS thing. You went through in processing, signed your name and social like 1 million times, and all that, right?
Yep, exactly. Yeah, I did all of that, and I was getting ready to ship out, and I was running with my my recruiter, and like we were just running around this track, and ended up like falling basically, and dislocated my shoulder. Like basically like a week before, and
just getting ready to go.
We were just like continuing training, just like
Is this at boot camp?
Shit.
No, this is before boot.
Before
like a pre-boot camp kind of preparation thing.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, because my recruiter and I, we were like hanging out all the time. And
what branch was it that were you gonna go into?
I was gonna go into the Army. I had my MOS. I was gonna be military intelligence. I had my orders and everything. I knew exactly what
I know exactly. Yeah, my buddy was a linguist. He went to DLI in Monterey. He's a Russian linguist. And he went to Fort Huachuca, I think, New Mexico, Arizona.
Yeah,
Fort Huachuca or Fort We Gotcha. Yeah, because the schools are so long there.
Yeah. I was actually going to go to South Korea.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to just hang out in the DMZ, huh? Gangnam style?
Yeah, exactly. God knows, man. If I would have done that, I would have probably come back with a wife. And my dad was like telling me like, oh, you need to go and like get like, you can get like suits for $5 and
what?
Right? Wake up in your socks and underwear pressed. Like, hey, this is the life.
Exactly.
Good.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, military intelligence. And it was actually like, it was maybe 3 or 4 months before. Well, no, probably more than that.
What was what's your MOS designation for that? Like, what's numbers, letters, and all that? Like, mine was 95 Bravo before they changed all the MOS. Do you remember? Gatr, did you serve, brother?
My grandfather served in Korea, and he dismantled. He never really spoke of it till he passed, but he was actually the ones they sent to Iwo Jima to dismantle booby traps and stuff.
Shit,
he saw some stuff he never spoke of again. My dad was in Vietnam, but he was a desk jockey in the Air Force, and my grandfather was in the. He was in the Navy. He was in the Navy. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, man. So you have like a...
No, I have a military family, but I never served. No, I was born. Right. I was born right at that time that, there wasn't really any major wars going on, and
right.
It's 35G.
35 Golf.
35 Golf. Yeah.
Okay. So what MI kind of job is that? Some sort of analyst or what?
It was a geospatial intelligence imagery analyst.
Oh shit. I mean, you're probably looking over a lot of maps and a lot of data and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was going to be going into that, and I want to say it was maybe about a year before 9/11, actually.
Oof.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, dude, if you had stayed in, you would have been a lifer because with everything that was happening. Probably.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially all the intel shit that they were gathering and needed eyes on. Yeah, you would have you would have done 20 plus.
Oh yeah, easily. I'd probably. I mean, definitely the plus part. But I'd probably be with the CIA or something, NSA, something like that by this. Yeah.
Right. Fucking one of those alphabet soup agencies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're like, I have a job. I can't tell you what I do.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's cool, man. Before I came on, and I wasn't even like anticipating coming on your show, but I've been listening to a lot of back episodes and stuff. And I'm doing exactly what you guys say in the shows. I'm like listen to them anytime you want, in any order you want, and that's what I've been doing.
That's right.
So
I was listening. I was listening to our. I think it was episode 35 with Chubby Wizard where we were having problems. I think me and Hazel about had a hemorrhage at that show because he was roboting so bad. I mean, if we had knobs and stuff to twist while he was talking, we'd be twisting them. We were trying to tune him in, man. He was just.
Who had mic issues? Chubby Mike?
Chubby Wizard has like.
Chubby Wizard?
He has 4 kids and they're all like on the internet all the time and they're all teenagers.
So.
And do you remember that he was like sitting like in a corner of his house? A
corner of his house on his phone. I'm like, dude, can't you just go to the bar down the street or something? He's like,
Poor guy.
I says, you know what? I think he sat in his van one time. He says, I'm getting better internet from my phone
he was
service.
In his garage.
Yeah, he was in his. Oh, you got to hear that one, man, because he was talking about how cold it was. He was in his garage in Chicago.
That was
on his phone.
Cast.
Yeah, it was a Clancast. And I can't remember, maybe 60 something, maybe.
Did you say episode 35? I'm gonna fucking flag that right now.
Hold on, I was just listening to it today. Let me pull it up.
All right.
31 technical difficulties. 31. That's the title. Yeah.
What is it? Okay, so I've seen you guys do the Clancast. Mm-hmm. Is that where you just have like a big chat and have everybody in it doing what?
Yeah. Well, yeah. You have to be in the clan, and we basically everyone mutes their mic. We get in a party like this, and if you want to say something, you unmute, and then we'll know to address you if you have anything you want. Usually it's a round table. It's always a round table. We'll mention something about Destiny, a topic, and then we'll go around the horn. Everybody has their 2 cents.
Yep. And we're going to have another one coming up in a little bit.
I think so. I think we're due.
Sweet. I'd love to be part of that. That sounds pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Yeah. You
at least want to do one every season.
Yeah.
So
you and Chubby Wizard would get along well. You guys both sound about the same age, just from your family. you're just the way.
I know, man. I'm kind of on the upper, he is bleeding edge of that envelope of the demographic. Of the clan.
He is too.
I'm up there.
He is.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I think he was 40. He was 47. I think he said.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't think he's that old. I don't.
Yeah, he's 47. I'm not talking about.
Chubby.
No, I didn't say Zaniac was. No, I think Zaniac's younger.
Dude, I'm north of 50, man. I'm gonna be 51 this year in December.
You fucking liar!
I kid you fucking not.
I'm not the only old guy in the clan.
No, dude, north
I
of
love
50.
It.
Unite.
No way.
War Cry's 52, and I'm 53.
I was born at the end of 70, Hazel. That's I can prove that shit.
The end of 70 is still not 50.
Hey,
that's 40, man.
Hey, can we team up on the youngster? We got to team up.
1970? Oh my god, dude.
You said the
December
end of the
70.
No, we said 1970.
The end of 1970, yeah. My wife was born in 74.
Yeah, I was born when Vietnam was going on, man.
You sound young as shit, man.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, I was guessing 40, but yeah.
I wasn't even going to say 40. I'm like, this dude sounds like he's like 36, maybe.
No, I've gamed with him. I've gamed with them enough. I can tell when I'm talking to more mature guys because they handle themselves well and they don't get flustered too easily. And there's a certain.
I leave that to my kids, man. They keep me young, but with their energy and stuff, and I turn to them and Urban Dictionary to keep on top of the fucking.
Don't get me wrong. We both throw some salt in Crucible. I've heard you cussing.
Dude.
I was playing back some of our Iron Banner matches that I was streaming, and I was like, man, Zaniac's just as salty as my ass.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! You know what I mean? When we get into Iron Banner, when we're 6-stacking it, and I feel like let the team down, didn't clear a zone, and I feel like I could have helped.
Hell, Iron Banner,
I get fucking
man.
Iron Banner
next week.
Iron Banner is chaos. It's organized chaos.
God, man.
I love it.
I'm glad it's next week, so I can take next weekend off.
Hazel doesn't like Iron. It is chaos, but if you play organized, I tell you the one thing I've learned about playing. Lately about playing threes, I've been playing a lot of comp and of course trials, is I've learned how to mesh with the team and I've learned how to be more aggressive when I play too, which is a big plus for me.
I listened to like 30 minutes of the last thing that you put out and I got so mad at you, man.
Why? Did you comment? Did you put a comment?
No, I didn't.
You son of a bitch. I
didn't want to call you out like that.
I put it the video. If you put hashtag Gators got a gun and a comment, you get put into an Amazon gift card drawing. Golly, man. Jeez.
Yeah. Well,
but you have to make it to the third. You have to make it to the third game to even hear that message.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I mean, I was watching you, and it was like you and Warcry. I was watching that.
Oh,
I was getting
the trials.
Yeah,
I accidentally got flawless that Monday night. I was like, "Holy shit! Is this gonna happen?" And all I could hear I reset my card because it was a fresh character. I had a fresh card, and Warcry had 7 win cards. He was greedy. He was wanting to get those drops, after 7 wins. So all right, man. So we both knew where we were at, and sure as shit, we were 2-manning it, and we were just getting random blueberries that we had to try to keep alive. It was a lot of work. But
don't talk shit about the blueberry, man. That's what you were doing all
the blueberries were terrible.
Minutes.
Dude, the blueberries were terrible.
Dude,
we would no. Listen to me. We would start off instead of running together.
Reason to talk shit about a blueberry.
Instead of the blueberry running with us as a team, which is what you're supposed to do in trials. It's all about the team shot. He runs the opposite fucking direction. I said, listen, Warcry, 3, 2, 1. He's dead.
Dude, I saw you go off on your own many a time.
I do that too, but no. Wait a minute. Here's the difference. I'm communicating with Warcry, and we're working together to pinch.
Yeah, but
so you guys are at least talking and communicating. The blueberry is pretty much like the red-shirted ensign in Star Trek.
Exactly. He's the one is going to die, and you're like,
he's going to die. Ensign Jones, sorry, buddy. You're gonna die in this away party, but it's been nice knowing you.
And I would say Warcry, it's on us, dude. We're gonna have to carry this train. You can't count on him. And a couple of them came around. A couple of them, what? A couple of them said, I think we'll follow these 2 guys. They kind of know what they're doing, and they end up winning rounds after I'm dead.
At least exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So
but still, though, I just don't like it, man. Talking shit about the blueberry like that. I was just like, come on now.
What do you mean? It's just streamers do it all day long. True Vanguard.
Does that make it right?
I care.
Mean, streamers also ask for nudes, and I didn't get nudes when I asked them from Zaniac.
Check your inbox. No, I'm just kidding. No, you get none of those.
There's the soundbite I was looking for. Perfect.
Guardian down.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging out with us today. Welcome to episode 114 of Guardian Downcast. We're a couple dads that love all things in the Destiny universe. Hey, and we talk about it. We also interview content creators and community members to find out more about them. We're the show that asks you, hey, have you played Trials of Osiris yet? I'm your host, the Gatr. And my co-host, Mr. Hazel NT, is here as well. Hey, man. How's life treating you this week?
Pretty good. I found a new joy in life.
Uh-oh.
Yep. It's called getting shatter dived in Trials. It's a new thing.
It's a new thing? You're finally getting the stasis right back at you, huh?
Yeah, it's peachy. I mean, for real. It's yeah.
Enjoy the ice show.
It's so ironic.
But the thing is, though, is that while I do love getting the shatter dive on me, I do really enjoy shatter diving other people.
I might have done it a few times. I actually took my Hunter flawless last week.
Listen to this.
I was using Stasis Hunter too. I feel so dirty. I just gotta wipe all this nasty grime off. Ugh. Yeah. So.
You hear this?
I feel bad.
The purple ice residue.
I feel bad. I do. I feel dirty. I do. Yeah. I clinched a few last round trials just throwing that tornado out and saying, bye, winner. Yeah. Oh, you were saying being shatter dived.
I'm trying to think. I forget who I was playing with. I played a lot of trials.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been playing a lot of trials, and I will continue to play a lot of trials. But I forget who we were playing with, but we were cracking up because this one person, they threw a not a shatter dive, but they threw their super. And it was the tornado and that. And they threw it like way early in the beginning of the game. And all we did was just run away from it. it didn't hurt us at all. We were just like, okay, well, that's really early.
If they don't hit you with it directly, you got a chance. But if they freeze you, by the time you get loose, you're already swallowed up by it. It's too late.
Yeah.
I kid you not. I was throwing a Nova, and someone threw a Shatter Dive at the same time, and the Nova blew up in my face and killed me.
As it should for being a warlock, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of my week, it's been... I don't even know what happened this week. I mean, the weeks are just flying by. It's like we've actually hit a routine here.
Yeah.
So it's like we take my daughter to swim lessons on Saturday morning, and then Sunday we do family stuff, and then like the rest of the week it's work, and then it's just rinse and repeat. So yeah, I have no idea where the time goes at all.
Yeah,
so.
It felt like a short week. Felt like a short week, that's for sure. Yeah.
It felt like a long week for me, but oh, I got an award from work.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, let me guess. Best multitasker in the company. Watching or listening to TV shows while working.
Well, I did celebrate by watching Midnight Mass today. But no, I did some Excel work, and it spread to like 4 other departments in our company. So in our bank.
Wow. Nice.
Like, holy shit.
Nice job.
So yeah. So I got like a $75 gift card of my choice wherever I want.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, fuck me running. All right.
Hell yeah, dude.
So,
pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty much. So what about you, man?
Yeah, it's been a good week. Oh, Elmer Fudd just keeps requesting weather. So 75 and very fair skies tonight, Mr. Elmer Fudd. Speaking of Mr. Elmer Fudd, I had to give him we got to give him a shout out because we participated in his very first raid race. And let's just say the teams were a little stacked against us. But you know what though? I was listening to...
Yeah, they could play the game.
Yeah, they knew how to raid. Imagine that. No, I mean, we had Ronan Red Lion. We had...
Ronan was fantastic.
Ronan he's always cool. He's like you. He's very cool and collected when it comes to raiding. And
there was Ronan. There was... Joker's
Fate.
Yep.
He was with us.
Yeah. There. I took a screenshot just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, good call. Everybody. Good call.
Yeah, it was...
I'm going to use my age card here.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, our team name was Team Amateur Bullshit. It was glorious.
Yeah.
And...
very fitting.
Oh, Sharp Valor.
Oh yeah, Sharp. Yeah, he had a great time too, man.
Your buddy Deathstroke.
Yeah, Deathstroke filled into the last minute because we had a couple people who had family stuff and I mean, listen, I just put a call out to the community who wants to raid in a raid race. We got to do 3 raids. I mean, I knew we weren't going to do 3 raids. I knew we were going to do 2 raids. That's why I picked Vault of Glass first to try to get my damn Vex Mythoclast. And who ended up getting it?
Ooh.
I wonder.
Me.
Asshole. Excuse me. Woo. Allergies are creeping.
Hey, RNG.
Nice.
RNG, whatever. But,
what?
Are we forgetting any? Oh, yeah. Deathstroke, I've raided with him a lot. And Deathstroke's, he's a solid raid player. And he filled in at the last second for us. We appreciated that. But you know what? I had a great night, man.
Yeah, it was good. I really wish, though, that that they could have heard all of us, not just you.
I'm working on that. Yeah. PlayStation 5, if you stream on this new voice chat system, because we had Xboxers and we had PlayStation players in the same team. So in order to hear everybody, we have to use the game chat. And I guess PlayStation doesn't recognize that as a group chat. So if you're not in a PlayStation party, then it doesn't know that there's other people talking. Don't ask me why. It's just something with PlayStation that they haven't figured out yet or not communicating with Bungie or whatever. But man, I had a great time. I've actually even played Trials afterwards. I was so fired up. I said, hell, let's go play some Trials. I went and did a lot of solo Trials before I went to bed. I was just so fired up from that night. And did anybody...
Yeah, I played. It was with you and RNG.
Yeah, that's right. And
you got salty and left.
Okay, I have to explain that because I messaged you guys back. Because RNG...
Like 30 minutes later.
RNG plays on PC. And me and Hazel play. Hazel was playing... What were you playing on? We were all on PC, weren't we?
No, I was on Xbox.
And I was on PlayStation. So we had to use the game chat, right? Well, I'm used to leaving the party while talking, and I left the party in mid speech. Or I think you were like, you know what, this is bullshit or something. And I just cut out, and you guys probably took it as, oh yeah, he's all salty and pissed now. Yeah.
Well, because you jumped off the map. You were like, I'm protecting my KD, my 1.8.
No, I did not.
And then you jumped off. Yes, you did.
It was 3 against 1. It was the last round. I didn't have a super. What are you going to do? You just jump off the map and just end the round. Just end the round. Maybe you could.
RNG will have a memory about this. Well,
I'm sure he'll speak up in the feedback channel. I'm sure about this podcast. But hey, I just wanted to give Elmer Fudd a shout out, because that man, I love that man. He puts on such a great contest, and his layouts, his overlays, everything was so professionally done. And God, I just got to give some love to that guy. And Cheesy was his co-host this time around. I mean, they both mesh very well together, and I thought they did such a great job. So I had to make sure right away to mention something about that.
Yes, and I have to say this as well, and then we'll move on with the show, I promise. So our very own Gatr got an MVP.
Yeah.
Nice.
Got away, bud. I guess. I mean, I was the only person they could hear, and they said they heard me being calm and collected, and I was. I wasn't there to race. I mean, if we could go faster, that'd be great. But if we messed up, I was like, hey, we're just having fun. We're just having fun tonight, and there was no reason to get salty or anything. And none of us had, other than me and you. And I played with I gamed with Ronan on the first day, but me and Deathstroke, but we had never played the new VOG together or the new DSC together. So. At least in my memory. So we weren't like a fully, we didn't do practice runs and stuff like Kingsley's team did. I mean, we just jumped in and just started playing, and we knew what was going to happen. That's why we named our team the way we did. So, it worked out just great. So,
then the other thing I wanted to mention is that I was also a co-MVP.
Why don't you explain that? Why don't you explain why you were a co-MVP, Hazel? Why did Cheesy say that you were MVP?
So, okay, it was DSC, and we were doing A tracks. So there's there's like the upper level and the lower level, and there's the replicants and things like that.
Right.
So Ronan was scanner. So he was like trying to find like the last one. So we found it. We started kicking his ass, and then he teleported, and he had maybe just barely like one hit.
It was the final phase. It was the final.
The final phase. And watching it back, I heard them talk, and they were like, "Oh no, this is a wipe. Look at Gatr. He doesn't even know where to go."
I'm like, "Where do we go?"
Call it out.
All they could hear me. I was like, "Call it out. I don't know where to go. Call it out." It was silent.
Yep.
I was like,
actually, all I heard Ronan say was, because I saw where Ronan was. He was in front of me, and he was running to the left. And he goes, I can't see anything at all.
Oh, wow.
He's like, none of them are lighting up. And I'm like, okay, well, then that means that it's probably the right one in the back.
Out of 11 enemies, you guessed the right one.
11 of them, I couldn't tell if it was right or not.
Are the freaking odds?
I hit it with the sword.
Yep.
And we won, and we moved past it. And everybody like lost their mind.
It was great. It was great. I was like,
really
what?
Cool.
And of course, I was like, what just happened?
I looked sharp.
Did we win?
Like I just put the controller down. He's like, I was prepared for a wipe.
Yeah, I was too. I was like, I've been here before. This is not going to happen. This is not going to end up good. So, hey, it was a great time. I'll gladly split that MVP with you, man. That was clutch, because we would have been there a lot longer if we would have had to run it again. But,
we would have, and we finished 2 raids in exactly 3 hours.
Yeah, congrats to the Guardian Hub's team, Loomy Pants. They did end up winning. Man, they got 3 raids done in what, 2 hours?
An hour and 38 minutes.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
That is nuts.
And they're going to be doing this again as well.
Yes.
So I think next month, is what he said. So we'll have to get a team together, maybe 2 teams.
Yeah.
And we could do Team Gatr versus Team Hazel versus Team Loomy Pants. And
I think you're going to do all 4 raids. They're going to throw Last Wish in there too.
Yeah, Last Wish. And
so we'll still get 2 done. So anyway. Hey, enough about us, Hazel. It was a great, dude. Last weekend was so much fun. I had such a great time. It was a highlight of my weekend, that's for sure.
It was.
But this week we have a brand new guest on the show. His very first appearance. He's one of our newer community members, you could say, but he's been in our clan for a while now. We call him the Canadian Connection because he brought over a bunch of the Canadian Destiny players with him from another clan when he joined us. I mean, Flip, I'm sure, was happy for the representation, but it's our
SWG too.
Oh, SWG Swig, yeah, it's our new friend Zaniac. How you doing tonight, man?
Hey guys, I'm doing great. It's good to be here.
Awesome, man.
Glad to have you, man.
We can't wait to hear more about you, man. But before we do that, we got to let our listeners know what's going to go on tonight. So obviously we're going to hear Zaniac's story tonight, see what's going on in his life. Hazel's going to go over the TWAB for this 5th week of Season of the Lost. And we'll also share our opinions of this new matchmaking in Trials of Osiris that happened last weekend. Maybe even talk about the new game type if some of you guys have played it yet. And then, of course, we'll answer our questions from our community and add 2 songs each to our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist. It's on Spotify and iTunes. And I think I'm done out of script. So let's go, guys. Let's do this.
Sweet.
Hey, thanks for listening to Guardian Downcast. You can find us on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast.
Or, you can find us on Instagram at Guardian_Down_cast and see what pics our weekly guests want to share with you.
Or Hazel, just visit our website at GuardianDowncast.com for all the contact information and where else you want to find us. And you can also play any past episodes you like in any order you like, right from your browser.
Don't you or me, man. Anyway, so hey, Guardians, check us out, and later, Guardians.
Toddles.
Hey, that's my line, man. Right, Zaniac, thank you so much for joining us. I'm looking forward to this.
Me too, man. It's good to be here.
Yeah. I remember you jumped in when I was doing the shattered whatever it is now, and you were like guiding me around, and I'm like, okay. I was like, I'm lost as shit in here. So,
dude, I remember that too, and I remember messaging you in Discord, like, is it okay if I come in? Because I don't want to be like jumping in if you're trying to do some solo shit. I mean, I know there's nothing like a solo award or trophy or anything like that. I don't want to just pop in unannounced. You turn around, expect to be the only Guardian there, and all of a sudden, dude just comes in unannounced. So that's why I just let you know I might hop in on you.
No, that's great. I didn't even see that message, and then I was like, I saw you, and I started like waving and everything else. So yeah, I thank you for that. You helped me. I found out where the hell I was going. So, well, tell us a little about yourself. Where'd you grow up? Where do you call home? What do you do for a living? That kind of thing.
Sure. So I'm actually in Northern California, town just outside of the state capital, Sacramento, called Elk Grove. And lived here now for the past, I don't know, like dozen years or so, but grew up in the Bay Area, just outside of San Francisco. I was born overseas. I came here when I was a couple of years old. So, yeah, pretty Americanized, had a pretty typical childhood. Grew up in the city, but I liked going hunting, fishing with my dad out in the country. So like part city mouse, part country mouse kind of deal.
Nice.
So yeah, and still kind of try to do that, but don't get out, doing that sports afield kind of stuff these days. Work keeps me busy. My kids keep me busy. So
yeah. But, how long you been married, Zan?
I was just talking to Hazel about that. So I've been married now. Come early October is our anniversary. We'll have been together 18 years.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Closing in on that 20-year
and
threshold.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm at 29 in November.
Nice.
Yeah, my wife and I met when we were very young. Had kids early too. What? How many kids did you say you had?
So I have 3 guys. So my oldest is 21,
wow.
And my middle is 17. And I always talk about my youngest in the present tense. She would have been 12 this year, but sadly we lost her to brain cancer 5 years ago.
Oh man!
This month.
I'm so sorry. I did not know.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I have 3 kids and wonderful wife. who is an awesome mom, best mom that they could hope for. So
sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow, that had to strengthen your marriage even more, I bet. That's
the thing. It's like, when our youngest was sick, we went through a lot. I mean, not just because of her health issues, but it put a real strain on our marriage, as you can imagine.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's weird because after she left, our marriage actually got stronger. Like, it solidified things. Like, it strengthened the bonds, because we've been through that grind.
You don't take anything.
That ordeal.
Yeah, you don't take anything for granted anymore, dude. You're very thankful for what you do have in front of you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
It's terrible.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I had no clue.
Appreciate it. And I wouldn't wish it on anyone. It's one of those things that, those cards that life deals you, and you just gotta.
Yeah.
I think you can make a best of that situation. You just gotta kind of grind through it and deal with it. Like I told my wife, it's like, we're never going to be whole again as a family, but we always have her memory to keep us going.
Absolutely.
And we keep her room exactly the same as it was when she was here.
Sure.
And sometimes I'll just go in her room and I'll just sit there just for hours just to be around her.
Yeah.
Around her stuff.
Yeah.
Around her being about
her spirit. Yeah.
Her spirit. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
So.
It's why we do this show, man, because we see you in Discord every day, and no one would have ever known that. I mean, not that you might not want everybody to know about that. I mean, but it makes
it's
you
not something that I lead with, right?
No, but it makes you human, dude. It makes you real. It makes you people empathize and understand that, hey, maybe, we all have stuff we have to deal with in life, and it just makes it real. Anyway.
Yeah, no, it does. And my other kids, they're the gamers, right? Like my son, he is hardcore into Apex right now, and I can hear him like 3 doors down, like yelling at his monitor, like, "What are you doing? He's won!" I just crack up, like, "Oh my god!" Like father, like son. But he loves playing games. He played Destiny before and then he kind of burned out on it.
Yeah.
My daughter, my middle girl, she would play Diablo with me, so we would dungeon crawl together, and it was a blast. Nice. And then the youngest, she was into like Animal Crossing. She loved Animal Crossing, and she's a little stinker too, because she would go into her sibling's account. I don't know how she did it, but she'd snag all their stuff, and all of a sudden, all their stuff would show up in her house on her account. Like, what the hell did you just do? And she'd like have this little snicker, like, hee, I got all your stuff.
Oh, that's a smart.
It was great.
That's a smart.
Man, she was an old soul, man. People say that all the time, but that kid was an old soul.
Yeah.
And she would watch me back in D1 because she would just sit next to me and she'd take a keen interest in like just watching me play stuff, just like go around patrol sectors and stuff. She'd just watch me play, watch my ship load in, and she's like, "Oh, I like your ship, Daddy." I remember that too. And whenever I would play D1, she was, which planet are you going to today? And I remember she was the one that actually took the keenest interest in what I was playing, and she just liked that. She just enjoyed what other people did and what her siblings enjoyed, and just like to share it with you. And that's probably what I miss most about her, is the fact that she took a keen interest in that. And there's not a day that goes by where when I play this game, I think about her, and it helps me enjoy the game that much more too, knowing that she enjoyed it with me.
Oh yeah, there's history there. It's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
Well, I'm speechless. I know, Hazel, don't say anything.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Well, maybe something a little less heartfelt, but tell us an early memory from gaming.
So gosh, I've been gaming like my whole life, and because I'm an older guy, so my oldest memory of gaming was first time I walked into like our local pizza joint, and I saw my first arcade cabinet game, right? Like Space Invaders.
Are you kidding me? Really?
No, man. Asteroids, Space Invaders.
Well, Pizza Hut Space Invaders, you haven't heard enough of the podcast, but that was my very first video game.
Dude, same.
My dad had to drag me out of there.
Did you guys have? Well, we had Straw Hat Pizza, and I remember when the Straw Hat Pizza had next, because that dude, I'm old enough to remember pinball machines, but next to a pinball machine, they had Space Invaders and another game. I forget what it was, but yeah, man.
Usually Centipede or something, yeah.
Right, Centipede. Then later on, like Missile Command, like the trackball games.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, man, and ever since then, man, you couldn't. If there's an arcade in town, chances are you'd find me in it,
Yeah.
So back when games were just a quarter, oh man.
Right. The good old days, yeah.
The good old days. One token, 3 lives or whatever. Mm-hmm. 1 quarter, 3 lives. And and that's probably like my earliest memories playing in arcade, and then having like Atari 2600, and then like the early console wars, like going on Intellivision, ColecoVision.
Dude, you went the same track I did. I went.
Right?
I didn't have Intellivision.
Yeah.
I babysat some kids next door who were spoiled rich, and they had the new Intellivision, and I had the Atari 2600. I had the old and busted, and they had the new.
Right.
They had the new stuff, and then I got the ColecoVision. After that, yeah, dude, you went the same track. Now, did you go Sega, or did you go Nintendo, or did you go both?
So I went hardcore Sega. So I went to like
Master System,
Genesis, and then remember when Genesis started like growing all these different like attachments on it, like the 32X.
See, I didn't.
The Sega CD.
I didn't go that route.
Oh my god!
I went Nintendo.
You went Nintendo. Well, I had Nintendo too, right? Because whatever, NES,
sure,
SNES stuff. But yeah, I love those games too, man. I mean, I could play Mario and Metroid for hours as a kid.
There's a reason Nintendo still makes money on those games today. The nostalgia,
right? Yeah, those properties, man. Those Nintendo exclusives
brings you right back.
Brings you right back, dude.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
I don't know if you saw it, but do you have a Switch?
My son does. He has a Switch. Yeah, and he's like, "What's the one? Breath of the
Wild."
The Wild. Yeah, he says that's in his young lifespan that's the best game that he's ever played. I don't doubt him. It looks pretty amazing from what I've seen.
Yeah, there's adults that say the same thing too. So that's
right.
But what I was going to say is that there was a Nintendo Direct yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And they talked about basically, like, I guess Nintendo is going to come out with a new, I'm trying to think what it's called. It's like a new system or new service, where it's going to be Nintendo 64 games. So it's going to have all of those, like Mario 64 and all that good stuff.
Star Fox?
Yeah.
And then
Star Fox.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. That's the only jet game I played, the only flight simulator game.
Nice.
And then aside from that, they're also merging with merging that system or that service with Sega too.
What?
So there's going to be Sonic the Hedgehog. There's going to be like Echo the Dolphin, that good stuff.
Altered Beast.
Yeah, that's what I'm wanting.
Wow,
that's gonna be crazy.
I think those were like the warring consoles back in the day, the warring game companies.
Oh yeah. The console wars.
Now we know who won.
Yeah. No doubt.
Right?
Wow. Well,
Nintendo.
Well, Zaniac, how did you find Destiny, man? How did you come across this crazy game we still love today, 7 years later?
Man, so I still remember it like it was yesterday. So it was summer of 2014, and the beta was coming out, and trying Destiny was the furthest thing from my mind because I was looking forward to a family camping trip. And then I downloaded the beta, loaded into Cosmodrome, and I was just instantly hooked. Right? I'm on my hunter, and I'm going around just shooting dregs, and like, oh my god, this is amazing. Just the gun mechanics, the space magic, the controls, everything felt so good. And at that point, I've been like, playing games my whole life. But this game, just something about it, it just had like the perfect formula stuff that I liked, right? It just tickled every part of my lizard brain and just the stuff that I loved about gaming. And I played the beta for the period of time and, got to level 8 or whatever the max was you can get to at that time.
Right.
And remember, they opened up the moon for a couple hours too in the beta.
I missed it. I missed that part.
Oh, you missed it. Yeah. So it was really cool, right? And I'm like, wait a second. So you can go on Earth, you can go to the moon, and what else? Sky's the limit, right? You can go to all these other places. So I was just hooked. So I went on that camping trip, and all I could think about was when I can go back and play Destiny.
You're so like me, dude. I swear to God.
Oh,
now, were you playing Call of Duty like I was before then? Or were you playing something else?
actually playing Battlefield.
Okay. All right. You're playing you're playing Bad Company 2, I bet.
I was. Bad Company's still like one of my favorite Battlefield games, dude.
Wasn't
such an eclectic group of characters.
The only one
so much personality.
It's the only one I missed. It's the only one I missed.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
I saw those goofy characters. I'm like, this isn't Battlefield. No, I'm not getting this. I'm gonna go back to Call of Duty, and then I was so burnt out on Call of Duty.
I don't know. I like the campiness of it, man. And people had like their own opinions.
Well, I didn't know now what I didn't know. I know now what I didn't know then. I wish I could go back and play it again, but maybe they'll have a remake one day. We'll see.
I hope so. I hope they revisit those guys because those guys were. It's like playing like 30 dozen.
Well, I will tell you this: they're going to have a Battlefield 2042 coming out in October now. I'm sorry, November, not October.
Yeah,
I pushed it back. That's okay. It's okay. Well, get it right. I want to play it. When I do play it, I want
in 30 days. You can get it right in 30 days.
No, they probably have bugs. They probably, I don't know about you, but when I played DICE games, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, all of them were so buggy. So buggy. I mean, we are so spoiled playing Destiny. Because they have one little glitch or something's not working right. People are up in arms. I'm like, dude, we couldn't even talk to each other when the first Battlefield 3 came out. We couldn't even. we had to put tinfoil together or something and figure out how to put together. We didn't have Discords and stuff to join up in. So, but anyway, my point is that they have a customizable game type called Portal, where you can draw from players and weapons from Battlefield Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 2, which was called I'm trying to remember what it's called. One of the original Battlefields, the World War II one, and then of course Battlefield 4, and then the games from the current, the guns and stuff from the current games. So can't
different eras and different weapons.
And you can put games together like 50 EOD bots against one tank. I mean, you can put some funky games together. I can't wait. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Anyway, this was a Destiny podcast, right? But
yeah, I'm just waiting to see how many games how many bugs they fix in 30 days.
I think honestly, you know why I think they delayed it? I think the crossplay is not there yet. I think they're trying to hone out that crossplay because they're coming out right out of the bat with crossplay and cross-platform. So I think for that reason, they're probably just trying to iron that out. That's my guess. It's probably a poor guess, but that's my guess.
Did you see the intro? Did you see that intro, Gatr? Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you there, Hazel. But you see that one thing where they were doing the portal and they showed like the guys. I think it was the German.
Yeah, with a knife. With a knife.
And then the modern American soldiers with
defibrillators.
I was like, what?
I don't know about you, but defibrillator, I'm going to lose that battle against a knife. I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. I cannot wait. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be my side piece to Destiny. That's for sure. But
I'll be on there too, man.
Oh yeah. We'll have some we'll get some clans going and stuff. But anyway,
I'm looking forward to it too. But I would have more confidence in it if they held it back for longer than just 30 days.
Well,
really.
Yeah.
My next Battlefield Gamers podcast, shameless plug. I'm gonna be talking about that. So. And that's coming out next week, just so you know. But I'll be talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it would give me a lot more confidence if they put it out for like 60 days or 90 days.
Well, hell, I mean, look at Cyberpunk. How many times did they delay that game? They delayed it at the end almost a full year, and it's still garbage.
Well, yeah, but it's two different companies, though.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying delay times don't matter. It just depends on if the game's either good or it isn't. And hopefully this is just something they have to tweak and Battlefield 24 will be a good game. That's my hope. So,
but isn't it crazy how some companies, they've developed so much goodwill over the years. Take like Rockstar, right? They delay games like for months or entire quarters or years, and people don't even like really flip out or anything. They just realize, okay, well, that's their cycle. They come out every few years with a new game.
Well, that
and
was
they get a lot of they get a lot of leeway. But,
that was CD Projekt Red. They could do no harm. They could not mess up anything. But now,
but man, they just trashed their brand with that last.
They couldn't mess up anything because they were CD Projekt Red.
Right.
And
now look at The Witcher, right?
Yeah. So, or their
But the thing is, though, is that the Witcher that we know now is not the same Witcher that there was before.
Like when the earlier iterations.
When it first came out, it was a shit show, and
that's what I heard.
People didn't like
3
it.
is not what 1 and the first 2 were, from what I understand.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, like, we're looking at it now through like rose-colored glasses because we don't know. I mean, what we don't know, basically. Right. So that's the thing. There is just it didn't come out of the box like it is now.
Right.
Right.
But DICE has had a bad history with bugs and games not working right, and I really hope they get their shit together. I really do. I wish the best.
I hope so, man.
They're a solid company, man. I mean, they make really they're so far ahead of the curve. Aside from Bungie, they make destructible environments in these huge 64v64 games. I can imagine it's just a nightmare to code all that. What's going on? I mean, it's literally like a real life situation when you play Battlefield. I call it the Battlefield experience because you play a game of Crucible, you're like, it's done. You don't have a second thought about it. You can remember the next day about this great Conquest game you had for a whole hour. And how, man, if we would have just come around with tanks on this side, we would have had that game. And you think about this stuff the next day, and you really are immersed, Hazel. You're really immersed when you play Battlefield.
There's Bad Company too, man.
Yeah, I know.
What you're
There's
talking
so
about.
much.
You're treating me like I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You're the younger brother.
Who cares? Like, I'll burn this shit down.
You do want the world to burn. Okay, let's get back on track here, or we're going to be here till like 2 a.m. All right.
Probably will be anyway.
Yeah, but, I know. Go ahead.
Yeah, so here we are. Okay. So besides Destiny, are you playing anything else right now?
You know what? I'm trying to power through Spider-Man, but I just can't get into it. My son says that it's an awesome game, and I tried it, and it's pretty cool. Just I can't peel myself away from Destiny. You can see from my season rank that's all I pretty much play. So.
Hey man, it's not Destiny. It's not Destiny.
Shut up, Gatr. So what's your season rank? I'm curious.
I think I'm pushing 300. So
he is number one. He's number one.
Without Larry this season, he's taking a brief hiatus. I'm like, you know what? I think I'll grind it out. I didn't get the memo that this season was a marathon, not a sprint. So I'm out at close to just south of 300 right now, I think.
Yeah. Well, just be careful. Don't burn yourself out before next season. You're going to be like, fuck Destiny at the end.
Well,
that's fair.
That's kind of Larry's attitude. He's like, I'm busy working. And he says, I really, after getting 1,000 rank, I did not want to see a bounty ever again. Yeah.
I think I'm higher than Larry is now.
Well, Larry's been cranking back up to work. He's doing a lot more.
No, I know, but I'm just laughing because now he's on my bounty train where I'm like, yeah,
that's all right.
I don't need bounties.
He's all right taking that L. He's good.
Yeah, not an L, but that's awesome. That's awesome. Spider-Man is a really, really good game. So maybe,
no doubt.
When you get like 1,000 levels above, everybody else, you can, take a step back and go back to it maybe.
Yeah, I mean, my backlog is, there's quite a few things in my backlog, so Spider-Man's definitely at the top of the heap. It's just, Destiny is almost like my second job. Pretty much is.
Yeah, I understand, man. I really do.
Yeah.
You're invested like I am. Yeah. Well, we talked about what you're gaming. My question is, why do you game? Why is this a hobby? Why is this something you really enjoy doing? What is it?
Oh, man. You know what? It's just, I grew up Star Wars original trilogy was my jam, right? So when games first came out, they were so primitive that a lot of times when you were playing a game, you had to use your own imagination to kind of enhance the experience. And as games got better and better, the games kind of spoke for themselves, and I got just totally wrapped up in that medium, And then now with the games the way they are now, where it used to be you'd have to go to an arcade to get like a top-notch gaming experience, and now when home gaming exceeded what you could get in an arcade, like, man, this is awesome. I never have to, plop down tokens or quarters anymore. You can just play stuff at home, and whether it's Destiny or any other games, open world games, whatever games I play, sporting games. I've always been hooked, man. And I guess it's also part of my, addictive personality. So when a game gets its hooks in me, man, I can just sit down and play it for just hours on end. I mean, I have to pull myself away, of course. But, man, I just love a good game, a good quality game that I could just get lost in.
Right. That's awesome. I had to laugh when you said, we had to use our imagination, because when I went and I played Final Fantasy VII, the remake, and I was like, to me, the game the way I remember it, it looked like it did in the remake. And then I went back and looked at it, and I was like, holy shit, it really did not look like that at all.
No. Right. Cloud looked like what? Look at him. Look at all those. It's terrible. Barrett, is that you? Ooh.
Yeah, my imagination was a powerful thing then.
So. Right? I just remember the cutscene, though. Sephiroth and Aerith.
Man. Yes.
But those
pictures, I had no idea.
I know.
Whatever. But you talk about things that stay with you. Yeah. That whole thing, that whole dynamic between Sephiroth and Aerith, and then I'd go back and see if there's any way I could save her, any way at all, and realize, nope, that's just part of the story. And man, you get really emotionally invested. And those are the games that they stay with you. Like that game, came out in 1997, I think, right? On PS1?
Yeah.
I think so.
I remember those pixels were gorgeous too.
Oh, man. I just remember after seeing my millionth random battle in the world, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I just need to take a break because I'm just,
Yeah.
But it was a great game, though, nonetheless.
Yep. That's awesome. All right, sir. So, we have a question here. It is, how did you meet all these players from Canada?
Oh, I might have written
so,
I read it as it says. So, yeah.
Fair enough. So, I met all the Canada guys.
We got them.
See,
we got them.
I met a few of them a while back. Diverse, I've known a lot, probably the longest, and he dates back to when AES, or Army of Elite SEALs, the clan that we came from, was together. And so we had actually a bunch of other players that played other games, a little bit of Battlefield, but mostly our clan started back when SOCOM was one of the early multiplayer online shooters on PlayStations 2 and 3. And I mean, we were pretty hardcore back in the day, where we would play, ladder matches, clan battles, scrimmages. We'd have practices. I mean, we'd have ladder matches at 2 in the morning sometimes, just because of the scheduling.
Yeah. And
guys would show up for them, right? And this was 8v8, sometimes 16v16 in the later iterations. So that's where the clan started. And this, you got to remember, this is early 2000s, right?
Jeez.
When SOCOM 2 came out, 2003, 2004. So the clan that we came from had been around that long, and people come and go. And then with Destiny, some of those guys that were a holdover of that were still together, and then we just met a lot of the Canadian guys through Diverse, who's in Calgary, Alberta, and a few other guys up there like Jura Very Bad Mista, who's a buddy of his. Kill a Monkey, Kill a Monkey.
Oh yeah, trying to get
Gatr.
I'm trying to get into trials with him so he can carry me a few games.
Dude, yeah, aside, I've gone to the lighthouse with him and Kid Banshee, who's McCree's son, another Canadian.
Right. He was with me.
I remember
he was with
those,
me
those
on
guys.
He was with me on day one. Sorry not to interrupt, but he was with me on day one on the VOG. Yeah, on VOG.
Right. And so I might name drop here quite a few of these guys, but DJ Papa Giorgio, Mist, McCree, his son, Kid Banshee. A lot of those guys I met through, just by playing with Diverse, who brought a lot of those guys on. And at some point, you said, hey, you have a bunch of these guys kind of doing their own thing. Why don't we bring them into the fold? Yeah. So we brought them over to AES, and we were together for, a couple years. And the whole thing about moving to you guys is I started playing with Warcry, with Crucible, and I thought, yeah, you guys are part of a pretty awesome community. And then I had thought about just giving the reins over to one of the guys in the old clan, and just kind of moving over myself. And I said, you know what? Why should I just have the benefit and enjoyment of joining a great community? Why can't I bring these guys, these friends of mine, these fellow guardians with me? And if it works out, then great. And I got to admit, guys, when it was in the planning stages, it was a little bit of a logistical nightmare. And when it happened, I think it was like April, May. Right. Your guys' Discord was kind of going crazy because all the intros, all these guys coming in. Yeah, hey, I'm Canadian too.
Yeah. So Flip was like, "What the hell's going on here?"
Right. It was a Canadian invasion, right?
It was.
So, all these guys.
It kind of was, yeah.
But man, no, we're all glad to be here. All these guys, they are like freaking raiding superstars, man. These guys get together, they knockouts raids, they do all their characters, they do trials like Monkey does, and a bunch of those other guys. Yeah. They just enjoy everything about the game, and I enjoy just seeing them kick ass at it. I call them, they're like Alpha Flight to me. They're like the X-Men North meets Wu-Tang Clan, kind of, to me, the way they play this game. It's fun to see.
Now, were some of these guys ex-military?
No. A lot of these guys, they're just they're guys that I knew through a couple of guys from the older clan. Right. And he just brought them on.
Gotcha.
So I don't think any of them are prior service in the Canadian Armed Forces.
Okay.
The guys that I served with weren't really into gaming. There was a guy, actually the guy that was my best man, who I went to the Middle East with. He was kind of into games, but this was back in the day, like with Sega Genesis and stuff. And I would have my system just packed up in my duffel bag, and wherever we would go, I would just set it up where I could set it up.
Try not to get sand in it. Yeah.
No, man. Hey, but here's a funny story. So whenever we would go out on patrol, because we had on your load bearing equipment, you would have your ammo pouches in the front of your kit, right?
Right.
And on one of them, I'd taken out 3 magazines from my rifle and put my Game Boy in there, my old gray Game Boy.
Oh man, talk about killing time.
I'd go out on patrol, and I'd always just tell myself, okay, magazines here, Game Boy here, just so in case I needed to do something like a mag change, I wouldn't try to cram a Game Boy into my rifle. That would be bad.
And I'm sure the listeners are going, what is he talking about? Could you tell us where you served?
Sure. So right out of high school, I joined the Army. I was a 95 Bravo, which is the old designation for military police. Okay. So I was an Army cop for 8 years, and I was cross-trained as a 76 Yankee, which is a unit supply specialist or quartermaster. Okay. So I basically ran the arms room for my unit. So basically anything from like handguns, 9mm, Berettas, all the way up to M2 50 cal machine guns and everything in between.
Ooh, big stuff.
Night vision goggles, anything. Basically, beans and bullets, right? So Army travels on its stomach, so I had to make sure that my unit had everything they needed if we ever deployed, whether it be MREs or cots or water buffaloes to carry water.
You were the guy to get hooked up with, sounds like.
Yeah.
Dude, totally, man. Totally, yeah. So if you wanted some high speed, low drag gear, you'd come talk to me because I had the magic clipboard. So
do you have some magic deals on the side? We won't talk about that.
No. But I tell you what, though, Uncle Sam, when stuff gets lost, shit stops and everybody goes looking for it.
Really?
There's accountability. Yeah. So anytime like somebody would lose a weapon on a training exercise. Right. I'm telling you, the whole company it would screech to a grinding halt, and everybody would just form a line, and he would just walk and try to find it, and just till it turned up.
If it got in the wrong hands, that would be catastrophic. Yeah.
Yeah, but we won't talk about what happened in Afghanistan and all the shit that we left over there.
Yeah. Supposedly we plundered them, but I don't know. Anyway.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're supposed to scuttle that shit, so it's unusable by the people that are still there. But a lot of stuff they left in such haste that didn't always happen. And now they have some shiny American technology at their disposal, which is yeek.
Yeah.
So
I know
we won't get into that.
Yeah, that was a little tough to watch on the news. They were like parading him down the street. It was crazy. Anyway, well, okay, let's switch gears here. This is always one of my favorite questions, and I'm curious what your answer is going to be to it. Dude, what's up with the gamer tag?
Dude, so Zaniac was just kind of a lark. I mean, like when you first had to make one, my first gamer tag was, and I probably should have kept it because it's actually pretty funny, was Commando. But the dough at the end was spelled like Homer Simpson's dough.
Like Commando? Nice.
Awesome. Right?
That, you should have kept that.
I still have that,
okay.
So it's still mine. And then the other one is C4 Maestro was my other gamer tag.
I like it.
And it was that because back in the SOCOM days, there was a mode called Breach where you had to blow doors and obstacles down with C4.
Right.
And then I would use it as a weapon, right? I'd get chased by enemies and I'd put a C4 down and I'd bait them into chasing me. And I had the timer down so that I knew exactly when they would see me, when they would react, they'd come chasing me around the corner and kaboom, right in the face. So yeah, C4 Maestro. Nice. So I'm trying to think if I could just make my name where it's Zaniac, all lowercase, but the C is capitalized, and I put a 4 at the end, so I could have that in there. So Zaniac C4.
There you go.
Let's see if I can take that. Yeah, but Zaniac by in and of itself has no meaning. It's just a rando name.
Hey, you know what, Zaniac? You that Commando, you can start a new Bungie account. It's that easy, man. First one's for free.
Dude, I love it too because it's Commando and it doesn't have like the XX bookends or anything. It's mine, dude.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You should make an account and you can join a 50-something, which is my other alternate account. Yeah. We go play comp together and no one will know who we are.
Exactly. Sweet. There you go. On the down low.
There we go.
Hush, hush.
That's funny.
Good times.
All right. So, do you have any other hobbies besides gaming?
Yeah. So, I'm a big reader. I like to write a little too. My dad's actually a published poet.
Oh, wow.
And I got the writing bug from him. So nowhere near his capabilities, but I dabble. And like I said, I grew up hunting and shooting as well. And so yeah, those are still hobbies I enjoy. I'm a history buff. Me and Monkey always talking back and forth on our other Discord channel, like World War II history and other stuff like that, because he's very knowledgeable about that topic.
Nice.
And I like learning about that stuff too. Read about that when I was a kid. So yeah, I enjoy military history, watching movies and binge watching with my wife. Just pretty simple dude. I like simple things, but yeah, pretty much it.
All right, cool.
Nice. What's the best book that you've read recently?
Oh, best book I've read recently? God.
It could be like the last 6 months. I mean, it doesn't have to be recently.
Or longer.
Yeah. We all game. We understand.
Right. Well, I'm trying to read like don't know what it's called, like Wheel of Time, I think. My daughter got me into it.
Everybody's trying to read that, I think, right now.
Yeah, and I know because I'm trying to prep for when the series comes out. Because my daughter's really into it. And thing about my daughter is during the pandemic, she kept a reading log. I shit you not, guys. She read 30,000 pages in a year.
Oh my God.
She's diehard. She has her bookcase. We've had to go to IKEA and had to buy her now 2 or 3 different bookcases because they cannot hold the volume of books that she has.
That's nice.
I've gotten pretty much expert at securing those big heavy bookcases to the wall lest they fall over, right? And they weigh like a metric ton each.
Sure.
But she'll get bored because she'll annotate the books and then she'll put them pages out and try to guess which books are what. I mean, she does these weird things with her books.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. She'll put them vertically. She'll put them horizontally oriented in her bookshelf. So she'll take it out and restock her bookshelf just for fun. Sometimes she does it by alpha. Does it by genre, by author. I'm like, what are you doing now?
I'm just playing librarian, Daddy.
Yeah, that's the thing. I love it. Yeah, it's amazing how engaged that she is with her books and stuff. So, and the thing is, it's like I hardly ever see her nose in a book, but yet here she is. She shows me her reading log, and she's read like 30K pages. Like, what the? Oh my God. Okay.
My kids devoured Harry Potter. They devoured those giant books. I mean,
nice.
my wife is a teacher, so she started them reading really early. And I mean, they read circles around my ass. I mean, I like to read like articles. But
right.
Things
I'll
with
read the TWAB.
Things with a diagram.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Good pictures. But I mean, I just can't. It's hard for me to get into a book. I've always struggled with this ever since high school. So good on you, man. I mean, I wish I was able to stick in a book long enough, but
right.
I have other ways of getting my reading in. So, okay, our 2 signature questions, Hazel, and then we should be moving on. Do you want to take us out? Or do you want me to?
You can go.
All right, so you'll take us out. All right.
Yeah.
My favorite question of every interview I ever do, and that is this: what is one thing about you, Zaniac, that maybe our community might not know about you?
Well, let's see. So one thing like the community doesn't know about me is, all right, well, I play inverted on Destiny. I don't know how weird that is, but every time I mention that, people look at me like I'm fucking walking.
Wait, you played
backwards down the street.
I didn't hear it correctly.
Inverted.
Inverted?
Inverted? Really?
Yeah. So it's a holdover from when I used to play like Flight Sim and other games like that, right?
Okay.
So, pulling back is up, and the way I look at it is like the controller or the stick is kind of like your neck. So if you push it forward, you're looking down. You pull it back, you're looking up.
Okay, I can see that.
So you're the one. Yeah,
so you're the one they make that feature for.
I'm the guy that they have that option in there for. The one guy that actually toggles it. Yeah, in every game, I have to switch it because when I go into any shooter or adventure game, I have to toggle that first thing I do.
First thing, yeah. Nice, cool.
Huh.
That's it.
I get such a wide range of answers on that question. Thanks, man.
I like it.
Yeah. All right, Hazel.
All right.
Take us out.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So, sir, do you have a motto or mantra that you live by, or a couple of them?
Yeah, man. So my motto pretty much is, and this is with the advent that everything's my family's been through the last several years, is, you die once, but you live every day. So embrace it. That's what I try to live by.
I like that. Yeah. Strong.
I like that.
Very cool. Well, hey, Zaniac. Hey, man. Thanks for sharing your life with us a little bit tonight. We appreciate it.
Yes.
I appreciate you guys, man. It's great to be here.
This was great. I've been looking forward to this all week. So you could probably tell I'm a little excited to talk with you. I've been talking over you all night. I apologize. Hazel knows when I get excited, he has to kind of calm me down a little bit. But I love learning about people, man. It's just something about it. I can't explain it. But well, we got this thing called a speed run. I don't know if you've heard of this, But
I have heard it on previous episodes, so
good.
I'm both excited and yet dreading it at the same time.
Good. We got a list just for you, brother. So we're going to do that right after this.
Call the Praxic Order, call the Thanatonauts, the Ginseng Scribes, call everyone so they can witness you.
All right, boys and girls, it's that time of the week. This segment is called the Speed Run. This is where we have a database of over 250 randomly asked questions, and Zaniac here is going to have 90 seconds to answer as many as he can. These are short 1 or 2 word answers, and at the end of the year, the guest with the most answered will win a prize and title of 2021 Speedrun Champion. Xanafan 711 and Fluffy Fingers MD are our current 2020 co-champions. Just remember the questions are randomly asked, so no one can memorize the order, and just answer quickly what comes to mind. Tonight I'm going to ask the questions randomly from our list. Hazel is our timekeeper and our quality control expert. In the event of a questionable answer, context-wise, Hazel's decision will be final. Starchin and Admiral Nips, boy, that sounds good to say, are our current co-leaders at 39. So you ready to do this, Zaniac? You know what? Just have fun, dude. Just have fun.
All right, man. I'm ready.
If it happens, it happens. And I will roll as fast as you answer, so... All right.
All right.
Ready, Hazel?
Always.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Warlock, Titan, or Hunter?
Titan.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Hawaii.
Void, Solar, Arc, or Stasis?
Arc.
Favorite Destiny 2 subclass?
Sunbreaker.
Favorite color?
Blue.
DC or Marvel?
Marvel.
Should there be freelance solo strikes?
Yes.
What's the latest you've been up gaming?
5 a.m.
Is racing a sport?
Yes.
If you could choose, who would voice your ghost?
Carrie Fisher.
Awesome. Fishing or hunting?
Hunting.
What is the best sandwich?
A Reuben.
Are you ticklish?
Yes.
Strikes, Crucible, or Gambit?
Crucible.
What's your favorite Destiny planet?
DDZ.
Bubble or Well?
Bubble.
Spock or Data?
Data.
Resolution or frames?
Frames.
Favorite TV show?
Game of Thrones.
Most used app on your phone?
Twitter.
McDonald's or Taco Bell?
Mickey D's.
Favorite salty snack?
Pretzels.
What number am I thinking of?
61.
Can you drive a stick shift?
Yes.
Who would you shoot the dog in Duck Hunt in real life?
Yes.
Number 1 or number 2?
2.
If you could take... Oh, that was a good question come up too. You did pretty good. You did pretty good, man. You're right there. You're right there.
I got stuck on voicing my ghost. I was trying to think of Michael Ironside's name, and I'm like, who else? Carrie Fisher.
That's sorry, man. That's a tough question. I asked it of Nips last week too, just for the record. So it might become a permanent question because I love the answers I get from it. So.
That's a toughie, yeah. Because you put him on the spot trying to dig up a name. Like the others are like kind of basically yes or no. But
he said Peter Dinklage. I'm like, I think he already did that. But that was the answer. Anyway,
nice.
Great job. I think you're right there. Go ahead, Hazel.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that Michael Ironside and Carrie Fisher sound alike. So
Carrie Fisher, that would be great. Man, I'd love to hear her voice on a ghost. Wouldn't you? Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I'd rather have Michael Ironside.
No, hell no,
Michael
dude.
Ironside. I love Michael Ironside.
Well,
dude.
that's a good.
Have Sam Fisher do your ghost. Hell
that's a good pick too.
Amazing.
But I'd get.
Just stop talking, Gatr.
We get Star Wars vibes, man. That'd be pretty cool. All right, Hazel, how'd he do?
25.
All right.
Hey, not bad for the old man.
Not bad, man. Not bad. You're right there in the curve. You're right there at the top of the curve, so you're fine, man. You did
cool,
good.
Cool.
Hey, listeners.
Carrie Fisher cost me about probably 10 seconds.
It's okay. She's worth it. She's worth it. Hey, listeners, I have a great question for you. Do you have a question for our speedrun for next year? If that's a yes, join our Discord and enter them in our speedrun questions ideas channel. We're going to add in the next year's speedrun. Just remember they need to be yes or no. 1 or 2 word answers, either or questions will also be accepted. And at the end of the year, we're going to have 2 drawings for a $25 gift card of your choice. And you can enter up to 5 questions to go into the drawing. Come on, man. We need some ideas for next year, guys.
God help us, man.
Yes.
We're going to have over 500 questions.
I don't care. Bring it. Bring those questions. The more the merrier. That's what I think. The more I can pick from, that just makes my job so much easier. So,
Uncle Scumdeath and Red Grackle added 2 today. Shower beer, yes or no?
Nice.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Then, here's one. I'm going to throw this to you two.
Okay.
And I'll answer too. So Red Grackles is Flawless GM Nightfall or Flawless Trials?
Trials, hands down.
That's a no-brainer for me. It's always Trials.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. The Flawless GM Nightfall, I mean, do you get anything for that?
No. It's a pat on the back. You might get a Triumph.
Maybe
know.
Flawless Solo.
It might be a triumph. Yeah, that's a triumph. Sure, that's a worthy accomplishment. But hitting the lighthouse, dude, is like no other high in this game.
Exactly. No. They're giving away the hand cannon, the Adept hand cannon this week, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I don't want that.
I don't either, but hopefully I'll get a shot.
I'll take it. If I can get it.
So. Hopefully I'll
you're going to give me an Igneous Hammer? Sure, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think it had
thank you, game.
Yeah, it had some good rolls. I was watching True Vanguard stream this morning. He got to the lighthouse pretty early. All right.
Yes, I was watching his stream too. Yeah. He's on YouTube now, by the way. Shameless plug, but you need to support this guy. He really loves playing Crucible, and he's also excited about the new Battlefield coming out. So I can't wait till he starts streaming that as well. But just
Fallout guy.
Right.
Yeah, I like Fallout too. I like how he's kind of a smart ass. I love that. And but True Vanguard's he's just a good spirit, man. He's just a good guy, and people give him a lot of shit, but the guy's good at what he does. And I've been watching him ever since early Battlefield, so he's been in it a long time, and I love his stuff. Anyway, it's the show of plugs, I guess, tonight. All right, let's move on to our next segment. It's going to be This Week at Bungie. Fifth week of Season of the Lost, the TWAB. What is going on this week, Hazel?
All right, so this week, well, I'm going to skip the main part for now, and I'll touch on that at the end here. So, on the cover, with this, they're talking about Threads of Light. So with this, they are doing a new digital fashion magazine dedicated to showcasing the frabjous, I'm guessing, style of Guardians.
Yeah, don't look at me.
So, and then they have some Guardians here that from out in the wild and things like this. So, with it, it looks really cool. I mean, all of these Guardians look kick-ass.
Yeah, look good.
Yeah. So, and they're saying here that if you're interested, share a shot of your Guardian's appearance and tag Threads of Light on Instagram or Twitter. And you can also tag at Destiny the Game or our account for your region. And they'll be picking winners until September 30th. So just about a week. And then they'll pick that for the next cover.
You know what I'm curious about? I'm looking at this cover. Are those artist renditions or are those actually screenshots from the game? I wonder.
I believe those are artist renditions.
Yeah. They look like renditions, don't they? So they put Destiny artists on this. I love this. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
I like that look though. That aesthetic is pretty sweet.
It is.
Yeah. I love that Titan.
I can't stop looking at those damn delts right there.
I want that.
Those deltoids. Holy crap.
The syntheseps.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Those shoulders.
Good stuff. So yeah. And then so Destiny artist will go ahead and make your Guardian into something else. And if you notice too, the poses that they're in the cover are different than they are in the actual pages.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, didn't notice that either.
Yep. So, except for maybe the Warlock. I think that one looks kind of similar. But the other two are different. So that's pretty cool, I think. Okay, so if you want to see your Guardian out there, tag him, and let's get on with it. And then let us know so we can, tout you and how awesome you are. And primed and ready. It's about that time for Prime Gaming again, so you can get a bunch of shit that's useless. You can get a Sparrow, a ship, a ghost, and an emote that's probably the only thing worth it all, which is basically the hold on legendary emote where you're looking at your cell phone and you're holding up a finger saying 1 moment.
That's a great emote. I've used that several times.
Yep. From Deadpool.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, Yep. Okay. Under the Shit's Broken area here, pretty much the main thing is I was watching Lucky 10p and I had to crack up laughing because last weekend he was trying to I think, what was it, trying to reset his trials card, basically, or not his card, but his trying to get the Ascendant Shard at the end, and he did it, and it ended up buying a messenger with his shards, and he lost his mind. He's like, I didn't fucking want this, and then he ends up looking at it, and he's like, ooh, that's good, I'll take it.
Was it a good roll or something? Is that what it was?
Yeah,
as it turns out.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
It was really good. So basically what they did is they added a hold to functionality to purchase gear from Saint 14 now. To prevent accidental purchases.
That's good.
Now you got to long press it to confirm?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Then aside from that, weapons that you receive from Saint will actually be able to be masterworked, unlike before. And lots of shit with melees are broken, it looks like here. That's the only other thing that I see. I mean, there's a shit ton that's broken. But Ager's Scepter is not dropping for people. I think Astacross had 34, 38 runs of Astral Alignment to get it.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think I'm up to 7 or 8.
I'll get it in time.
So.
Not any big hurry. It's okay.
What?
Okay, it's fine.
What?
Is it all RNGesus, or is that what it is?
Yes,
trying to get that thing to drop when you're doing Astral?
It's
it is.
Yep. Well, okay, explain then.
So, yeah, this is, it's like almost S tier as an exotic now. So, what it does is when you have your full super, what was that, Gatr?
Go ahead.
I hear.
No,
I hear.
No, I'm going to let you continue. Then I'll doubt you.
Okay. Well, wow. You're going to let me continue. I appreciate that first. So you're going to have your full super. And what this is going to do is you can flip this on where basically you can go ahead and use your super energy to melt Guardians.
See, here's my problem.
Wait.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait, no, go ahead. I want to hear this before I go on with what
you're gonna show how ignorant I am about this. Okay, I see what you're doing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, okay. Well, this is the first thought I had. I'm like, well, doesn't a super do really good damage too? If I have to drain my super to put more power in this gun, and I don't.
That's a terrible thing, isn't it? Yeah.
I'd rather Nova Bomb the hell out of that boss instead of putting it all in my gun.
Okay, so despite Gator's ignorance of the gun, what else it does is you can actually turn off that. So you can save your super. So what people are doing is they're running a lot of mods where they can actually build their super back up because it only takes not even a quarter of your super energy to kill a Guardian. So you turn it off after you kill them. You do some, I'm talking about PvP there, but you can also use this, it works really well in PvE, so you can do stuff like that, and then you can get your super back up, you can use it again, and you can just keep feeding it like that. I guess, what is it? Battle Harmony? Mantle of Battle Harmony?
Yeah.
Is supposed to be God tier with this, because everybody's putting those two together. So, just for point of reference, Mantle of Battle Harmony, what it does is... Here it is, okay. Takedowns with weapons that have damage type matching your subclass element grant you super energy. So if you're running stasis and you're using that, it will go ahead and give you super energy.
Wow.
And then while your super energy is full, you gain a temporary bonus to weapon damage.
I don't know. I would still like Fallout to run the numbers and see which is better.
He did.
Okay.
And he laughed like a little girl when he murdered people.
What?
Yes.
All right.
It puts it down to like quicker than a Desperado messenger.
Really?
What? Faster TTK than that?
Yeah, Desperado messenger's like 0.3 something. It's very fast.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So now that I've shown Gatr his ignorance again, I'm not just quality control for the speedrun, I'm quality control for the whole podcast, apparently. So there we are. Okay. So yeah, I hope that Gatr it's a little more pressing for Gatr to get that because nobody's going to want to do astral alignment after this season is done.
I agree. I'm already bored of it. How are you liking it? You liking astral alignment, Zaniac?
You know what? It's just one of those things that it's kind of like Battlegrounds, I guess. You know that in previous seasons, I guess, where they kind of force you through the content.
Right.
I don't hate it yet, but I could see myself growing really tired of it really quick. And I've only done a couple runs with my two main characters. I haven't gone through it with my Titan yet, but. The best part of that is when it's done, right? When you get to the two chests, you're like, thank God it's over.
That's every 6-man encounter, it seems. I was bored of it the first week. I was like, another, geez, okay, whatever I got to do. I mean, I'm sure, Bungie's got their hands full right now, but I tell you what they did win with those damn Shattered
Realms. I love the Shattered Realms.
You know what it reminds me of? I don't know if you ever played Medieval on PlayStation. And what they would do, you'd have this whole map that you had to traverse. And what they would do is they would pan over the map, show you where all the enemies were, kind of like a helicopter 360 view. And they would show all the stuff you could open up and all this other things that you got real excited about it. This is what these realms remind me of because you see all the true sight markers. And as you're moving along, you're like, oh, true sight. Let's see where this goes. Oh, there's a chest. We'll go down here. There's a chest. Oh, there's one of those, one of the beacons. Let's get one of those, and now you can shoot rocks and blow them up and get into hidden areas for more chests. I love it. I
love it too. They hit it out of the park with that. You know what it reminds me of too, and that's a good example of what it kind of reminds me of. But it actually reminds me of like Metroid, man. Like when you get into a world where you see areas that you can see where you want to go, but you can't quite access it yet because you don't have that ability or that power. But it's just out of reach. But you kind of bookmark it in the back of your mind, going, "I'm gonna come back here where I can turn into a ball or whatever and blow stuff up and access that part of the map."
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw an interview or read an interview with somebody about it, and they said that's what they were wanting from that area was for it to be almost like a Metroidvania kind of thing.
Nice. That's exactly what it feels like.
I'm loving it. It's gorgeous. The maps are gorgeous. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Hazel? What's your both of those activities?
Well, that's actually my question to you two, and I'll answer it as well. But what rank the seasonal events? So we've had the Wrathborn hunts, we've had Battlegrounds, we had the Season of the Splicer override, and then we have the Astral Alignment. So,
well, are we talking about like 6-person activities? Because if we're talking about the 6-person stuff, Menagerie is going to be top of the list for me.
Well, he's about just the season. Just the season.
Yeah,
this season?
The Wrathborn hunts,
this year.
Battlegrounds.
This year.
The Splicer run that you did, and then this season's.
Yeah, the override, the hunts, or Battlegrounds, or...
I kind of enjoyed Override. I actually did not get tired of Override till the end of the season. I mean, not like Astral Alignment now, where I'm already tired of it. Like 5 weeks in. Mm-hmm. So
where would you rank them? 1 to 4? 1 being the coolest.
So
1 being the coolest.
Yeah, four being your least favorite.
All right, what were the 4 again?
Override, which was Season of the Splicer, Battlegrounds, Wrathborn Hunts, and Astral Alignment.
Oh, so the hunts are probably my least favorite thing.
Okay, so that's 4? Okay.
Yeah. And then I know the top 2 is going to be... Okay, well, Battlegrounds, I don't know where to put Battlegrounds, man, because I didn't hate it. So maybe put that somewhere in the middle. 2 or 3.
Okay.
But, yeah. And the other 2, they're kind of a tie. I don't know. I can't really put one above the other.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I will rank Battlegrounds as number 1 because that's when they started increasing the enemy counts, and people would run out there wanting to speed run it. I'd see the Cabal balls crush them, and I'd laugh. I would laugh incessantly.
That's what you get.
I would usually have some kind of emote like "good job" or something. That would be number 1 because I just love shooting Cabal.
So toxic.
My second favorite would probably be the Wrathborn Hunts, mainly because it was your fight and your fight alone. You enabled the Wrathborn Hunt. You would go into a whole world by yourself. No one was ahead of you or pushing you out of the way to shoot the boss and whatever. And then you got decent drops. Then I would say my number 3 would be probably the Splicer, and I really don't like the Wrath. I don't like the compass stuff right now. What is it called? The Astral Alignment? Yeah.
Astral Alignment.
I've just maybe because I've just done so many of these for 4 seasons now, they seem to be very similar. The one thing I hated about Splicer, it was very repetitive, where you had to run through the maze areas when you punch through. Yeah. Usually what I would do when everyone was gung-ho to run through it again, I would just sit there at the beginning and just
sit back, let them pull me in. Through.
Let me pull them in. Yeah, let him pull me in. Yeah.
He's that guy.
Yeah.
Joining 5 team in 4, 3, 2,
and this is where Hazel would say, this is what's wrong with the game. Your type of player is what's wrong with this game. I'm like, dude, I don't want if it's gonna pull me in, let the fast guy who wants to speed run the damn thing, let him go run with the ball. Anyway, all right, what's your ranking then, smartass? Hazel.
So number 4 for me has to be Battlegrounds because it took for fucking ever.
Oh man. All right.
Battlegrounds was shitty just because it took forever to run through that shit.
All right.
There were so many damn ads. I'm like,
that's what I liked.
Not again.
I get all my gun bounties done in one run.
Chain reaction rocket launcher, man.
There you go.
Yeah, but it just took forever. Number 3, probably Astral Alignment. Again, it just takes forever. You just go through number. Like you're like, okay, I just got the batteries. All right, I'm almost done. You're like, oh god, now I have to do the fucking ether. Oh god, and then you finally get to fight a boss. So it's like 4 different parts, and it just takes forever.
Yeah.
Number 2 for me is the Wrathborn Hunts because they were quick as shit.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were pretty fast.
You could down that boss pretty quick.
Yeah, and then you didn't even. Like there was like the little cheese that you could do where once you load in, you could take the stuff off.
Oh yeah, run it over and over,
and run it over and over again,
over and over again. Yeah,
like, this is glorious. And then number 1 for me has to be Override. I did not get sick of that one bit, and I think part of it was just because of the lore that was in there and listening to Mithrax talk, listening to. It was just to me, it just fit everything so well.
Now, I will say this. The Astral Alignments, there's a lot of nice dialogue in there. If you're listening and you're not just have your headphones on playing music while you're doing it, there's some actual good context points in there that you can listen to. So, that I do like. Yeah. I like that they're including that. But anyway, I was just curious. Okay.
Yeah, good stuff, guys. Good stuff. So, dear listener, you can always chime in as well in the show feedback channel and let us know what you think. Tell us that Gator's wrong as usual, and maybe you'll win a prize. And
you see what I got? You see what I got to put up with, Zaniac? I got to put up with this every week. I got to take this abuse every week, man. This is why I vent
over 100 episodes of this. This is great.
Yeah, we're like a dysfunctional marriage at this point. We're just staying together for the kids. The catalyst for Agar Scepter is not granting bonus progress. So they basically said, hey, we're going to fix that for you. And they're going to do that for us automatically. So,
Sweet.
That's good.
That's cool.
Yep. All right. Aside from that, art, movies, cat.
I couldn't find it. I can't find it.
Oh, my God.
I know. I'm so embarrassed. I can't. I've just looked everywhere. I can't find it. He's getting sneaky where he's putting them now.
Yeah, I don't know if there was one in here because I couldn't find it either.
All right.
Oh, wait. I did find it. I just found it.
What? What? All right, give me a hint.
Suck it, Gatr.
Give me a hint. Oh, whoa, no, I found it. I found it. It's
what color is the cat?
It's brown, brownish black.
It is brown, yes.
Yes. Okay, I just found it.
Well, who hides cats in the TWAB again?
Cosmo does. When Cosmo writes the TWAB, you got to look for like colons and periods, and they're highlighted. If you look really close, they have a link. They're linked. You click the link and you get a cat pic.
Exactly.
And what's that code for? That looks like a Bungie code.
Yeah, what's with the cats?
Oh, dear God. It's just something that he likes. He likes cats. So, Mr. Monkey, the answer for you is it is in the primed and ready section. There's a colon down there. That's what you want to click on.
Right.
Yep. He asked, and I said, I plead the fifth because I didn't find it until basically just right now.
Yeah,
because it looks better on a computer than it does a cell phone, actually.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
So, all right. And then the main topic of discussion is Bungie is not done tweaking trials yet. So this week, they are replacing our normal trials with Trials Labs Capture Zone. So this is a new mode where elimination is still in play. And then after 30 seconds, a zone comes up, and then you have to you can capture the zone to win, or you can kill the team and still win. And it does take longer to capture the zone than it does normally.
Like a tiebreaker, right?
Right. It takes longer for that. And then it starts in the middle in the first part, and then it rotates depending on who wins and who loses, things like that.
And you could cap it before even shooting your gun and still win that round?
You can, but I don't think that's a solid strat at all.
No, I'm just saying it's feasible to.
It's not a solid strat.
I could put soccer at the door shooting and killing everybody and leave me one, and I can cap it. That would work.
Yeah.
Or kill a monkey, that'd work too.
Maybe. Yeah.
All right.
That could work,
you
know. Until somebody comes through with a shatter dive and wipes you off the face of the map.
Oh my God. That choked on my teeth.
Gatr.
That choked on my teeth.
I just killed Gatr, everyone. All right. Also, key thing for this week, or basically when this drops for the day, Trials is going to be giving double rank points. So,
yes,
I am actually at 15 right now. So, getting close to getting that reset.
Nice.
Then they went into some details about basically about going flawless, like how many people went flawless this week versus last week. They said that basically they were pretty happy with it. So they want more basically games to not be 5-0, like just complete blowouts. That actually dropped to 29% in week 2. It was 38% week 1.
Yeah.
So that's some good stuff right there. There's that. And then, I mean, basically it's just a bunch of numbers that they're giving here.
Yeah, but go ahead.
I was going to say, they did state here that they had over 700,000 players in Trials over the weekend.
That's great.
And that's 50,000 fewer than week 1, but it's still basically fantastic. And then they had 253,000 players go flawless.
Yeah.
One key thing, so they were talking about what worked, and they viewed it like last week as a success for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But they saw 34% less matches played. And the number of matches post-flawless dropped by 45%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty bad.
I think that's because that's kind of how it's intended. You know, you get that flawless pool, and then where do you go from there?
Well,
you can't go up, you can't go down. You're in there and you're battling, people that went flawless that week. Now, granted, some of those flawless people might just be carries, might be, people that luck their way into it.
Right.
Something like that. But sometimes you're going to be going against Fallout and, Aztecross, True Vanguard.
Oh, leave lobby.
I know. I Frostbolt. Okay, I'm out. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Or True Vanguard and a couple of his guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're about to get flipped.
Yeah, exactly. I always want to know, like, am I in somebody's montage?
Right.
I'm sure I am at some point as some potato out there. But I actually fought against True Vanguard once. I killed him, and then he sniped me like again and again and again.
He remembers.
Yeah. So.
Hey everyone, looking for some like-minded gamers to Destiny with?
Or maybe just a place to de-stress and talk about life with others for a bit.
Or maybe just a place to discuss the latest movies, the TV shows, new awesome music out there.
What about New Year's resolutions or goals or our fitness section?
Well, you're also reading about our channels with links to our clan, Speakpipe, our show music playlist for God's sake, or even where to get a show t-shirt, mouse pad, or coffee mug if you want to help support us.
Wow, you're not just a Bungie shill, you're a Guardian Downcast shill, huh? So, man, you must be forgetting also about the Podcast Questions channel, where listeners can put in their own questions for us.
And Hazel, our show feedback channel, where listeners can talk about our past podcast. And our...
Stop. This shameless plug has gone on long enough. I'm going to put a fork in it. Everybody, just go to the GDC Discord community link in our weekly show notes, where you can see the invite there. Just visit us at guardiandowncast.com. That invite link there will never expire, so just go there too.
And later, Guardian.
Oh my God, just stop.
What? What did I do?
You're so excited.
I'm excited, man. What,
Just bring it. Just bring it down.
All right, whatever, man. Okay, jeez.
Lay off the coffee.
What a downer.
Now, here's the part that I found sort of not unexpected, but it lets you know what Bungie can see and what they can't see.
Right.
So they had reports of significant numbers of players resetting 5 or 6 cards, 5 or 6 win cards. But that was mainly around 16,000 total out of, it was 700,000 players.
That's a lot lower than I thought. I thought a lot more people were going to do that.
Yeah. So they don't like that, but it's, there's something they're going to look into just to see, because if it goes up, then they're going to go ahead and, see what they can do about that.
In other words, mommy and daddy see you. Let's keep an eye on it now. Mm-hmm.
How crazy is it that they can see if you reset your card at 5 wins or 6 wins?
Any input that you put into that game, I'm sure they track with a movement or some kind of statistic.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a guy at Bungie HQ that just watches bars and graphs that just shows just that. Like,
yep. He has like five pairs of flip glasses on.
Gator's sitting on 5 wins. Let's see what he does.
Oh, he jumped off the map and reset. Yep, that's our Gatr.
Asshole.
Yep, on brand. Gatr.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Okay, so changes that they're making this week. So with it, there we go. That flawless pool is not going to start until Sunday at reset.
Okay.
Interesting.
It's going to give the streamers
later.
Basically, yeah. It's going to give the streamers the chance where they can go ahead and
get their carries and service.
Get their carries.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what you're going
to farm potatoes.
And you know what you're going to see? I guarantee you this is going to be the stat for next week. How many 5-0 matches are there going to be? A lot more.
Yeah, a lot more. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And didn't they just say they don't want that? They don't want 5-0 matches? You know what? I see this as a compromise to the streaming and the higher tier community. But I'll tell you what, I was on both sides of this coin this week. I don't know about you guys, but I played with Rye and his buddy Nico. They went flawless right before I joined them for Saturday's run. And this, they had started the flawless pool on Friday, like late Friday, once they figured out they had it on accidentally. And I tell you, I went into the flawless pool with 0 wins, and I won maybe 3 of my 12 matches. It was pretty rough. It was pretty sweaty.
Well, it was definitely noticeable. It was definitely noticeable after you go into the flawless pool, because I went with Killer Monkey and Kid Banshee, and after that trip to the lighthouse, I switched characters and I went just try to get bounties done, and man, it was just a 180 from what I'd played before. It's like, whoa, what planet am I on? These guys are just nuts. It was significantly more challenging trying to get wins.
In my eyes, last week was the right move. Because I think I don't think they should wait till Sunday to do the reset. But if that's what I have to live with, then fine. I'll just play solo, and then when I get with my buds, later in the week, then we'll just do that. And then if we get lucky, we'll get lucky. It'll be an even pool. I guess, Friday and Saturday, it'll be like the first week, right? Where it'll be up and down, up and down.
Yeah. What I think is going to happen is that, that basically, so say you go flawless on Friday,
right?
And then you're lucky enough to go flawless again on Saturday, and then Sunday you're in that flawless pool.
Right.
Okay. But what I'm thinking is going to happen is we're going to have a lot more people in that flawless pool come Sunday.
Okay, I see what they're doing. They're loading it up. They're loading it up. They're not letting it build gradually. They're going to load it up almost instantaneously.
Exactly.
Okay, so, we'll have to see how this plays out.
Yeah. So I'm still thinking that I'll be getting on maybe Sunday or Monday to hopefully go flawless.
I play every Monday night after my bowling league, and like I said, I accidentally went flawless. I wasn't planning on it, and me and Warcry were playing together. Mm-hmm. We had a third random that would join our match. Anyway, we talked about that. We won't mention it again.
Hey guys, I had a question. So when they showed that one stat that showed what the win rate was for like solo players, it was pretty low. It was like 30% or something.
Right.
Were you guys surprised by that percentage, or was it about right what you expected?
When I jumped out of Rye and Nico's game and played solo for a few matches just to finish my 7-win card, I got it pretty damn quick. I would say I had 4 wins left on my card that I had to get, and I played for about I think I played for about an hour, and I think out of 7 matches, I got my 4 wins playing solo. So,
there you go.
And playing solo, playing solo has taught me to adapt to teams much better. Knowing what the team's doing and knowing how Blueberry shouldn't do things when I'm in a team, like running off by yourself to get easily 3v1.
Picked. In the first 10 seconds.
I mean, that's such a disadvantage, especially in elimination. But I have you guys played the new game type yet? I haven't played it yet.
I have.
What do you guys think of this?
I've not played it yet. I've just watched like True Vanguard play.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it seems interesting. Like it changes the whole dynamic of the game. It seems like where you have to be your situational awareness has to be heightened with that control point factored in.
How was your experience, Hazel?
So I played it. I played one game of it, and my thought is that it's. So I was with 2 solo people. So one person was guarding the door, one person was on the side, like laning down there, and I was on the cap point because it was in our area. So I was just like, oh, okay, well. Hell, all right. They're protecting me, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. I was a Titan, so once I see like red on there, I put up my barricade, and I'm just like, all right, let's do this. We'll cap this and we'll win this round. And that's when I found out that it takes a lot longer than you think to capture that damn zone. They lengthen that time frame.
Well,
okay. Yeah, we got murdered. I got actually shatter dive. So yeah, it was glorious.
I got a question. Now, when you say Hazel's on the cap point and you're getting up to like 50%, you're on there at 50%. Now, if you jump off of it, does it slowly go back down, or does it stay put? Or does the team have to wind it back down to neutral before they start capping, or is it instantaneous? Because that's big.
I don't know. I didn't experience all of that.
Okay.
But it's a good point, though. I believe that it's just like any other cap point that you have to go ahead and, like, once the other team gets it, it resets and then takes off the other way.
Okay. It'd be nice if whatever work you put in be like a tug of war. You cap it to 50%, then you jump off to not die, and then they have to come and wind it back down to neutral and then start pushing it back their way. That'd be a neat way to do it. If we're talking about labs, I mean,
yeah, but you figure that you only have 3 lives, or three people,
yeah,
and 1 life. So
true.
I mean, it shouldn't be that long to do it, I don't think.
Well, you're taking such a risk to sit in one spot and be, beamed in the head with a rifle. And, for your time invested, if it goes to time, if the 90 seconds passes and no one's capped the point and 2 people are left on each side, I think whatever work you put into the capping that zone should go toward the score. It makes sense. Like an idiot, what I thought this week's game was going to be? I thought it was going to be zone control. Like 6s, but with 3s. Can you imagine how fun that would be with just 3 players on each team capping zones and trying and letting the clock tick up in points?
That would be a nightmare. That would take forever.
I thought it looked interesting.
Wasn't zone control the mode where you started off and you already had A or C and you just battled for B?
You battled for B, but if the team can come behind, and if they got 2 points versus your 1 point, their clock, their score would slowly tick up until it reached a cap or the time expired. Yeah.
Right.
Oh well.
That would be a nightmare. Those games would take forever.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. They would.
The maps
with 3s?
Are so big. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. I don't know why I thought that, but they said control zones. I was like, oh, zone control. I just inverted it. Never mind. Anyway, well, I'm just curious. We'll all find out, I'm sure, this weekend how that works. So
yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, in my experience, because Zaniac, you asked the question about the solo win rate. Do I think that's? I mean, I would say that's probably about right. I mean, honestly. I mean, probably I thought it might be a little bit less, but I mean, they're looking for 30%. Like, they want it above 30%. So.
Right. I thought it was actually pretty high. I didn't think it was that high. I don't know if that's based on personal experience, but it just seemed like, hey, that's pretty good.
I thought it should be a little higher.
Not bad.
Yeah, because there's a lot of play with those guys.
I mean, there's just a lot of solo players, and if you're in a solo game with a bunch of solo players, you should have more than a 30% chance of winning. I don't know. Anyway.
So I had a question about matchmaking, though. So if you're a solo player and you load in with 2 blueberries, is it possible for you to load in to have either PC teammates or PC opposition, or are you just going to be in a console?
No.
It depends on what you're on. If you're on console, then everyone that you're playing against is console.
Now, if you have a friend like RNG Gatr that insists on playing on PC, you're going to play.
Then you're dragged into the PC.
And
pool.
let me tell you, it's a little bit harder because you got mousing.
I've heard that
they can
tap. You get the M&K guys.
Yeah, and they can tap. They can pop those heads just as quick.
But in our defense, though, we did with Nips.
We held up. Oh yeah, that was our first game in the non-flawless pool. But yeah, I mean, we tried to spoof it last week with just me, Nips, and Hazel, and we ended up just goofing around, and we ended up winning. Maybe it was because we were relaxed. I don't know. But yeah, we threw that in our intro last week's show. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Our communication was on point.
In that, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the best of one flawless?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no. I purposely left that extra dialogue in there just because they were trying to, because I wanted it to seem like an accident. That's why I left that dialogue in there.
Yeah, of course you did. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to call you Fluffy.
Yeah, I remember the clip in the beginning. That was good stuff.
Yeah. All right. So, that's some of the changes there. Also, what they're doing is they are turning off matchmaking help until you have played at least 2 matches. So that's the if you're on like a losing streak, they'll like, I guess, kind of reconfigure the matchmaking for you. So there's that. And then also special ammo is not going to be replenished upon revive now. And the removing the matchmaking counter is not going to happen this week. It's going to happen probably the next patch.
They're busy, y'all. They got a lot to do. Let's not worry about little things like counters.
No, that's very important.
Don't
you start with me.
All right.
Because I just told you the reason why.
I know why. You get all these matches where everyone backs out.
3 stacks can win.
Yes.
67% or 64% of the time.
I get it.
Who would you rather fight? If you're in a 3 stack.
It's a no-brainer.
Exactly. You're part of the problem.
Oh, here we go. Don't you start with me. Jeez.
All right. So, that's pretty much it. They did put something out here too about what they're looking at doing for future. And with that, they're taking another swing at matchmaking over the next couple weeks. Basically to see about getting, solo and lower skilled protections, things along those lines. Also looking at adjustments to rewards for round and win matches on 7-win cards.
Right.
So that way they can maybe keep people with 7 wins playing more.
Yeah. Warcry found out about that. He did get some rewards.
Warcry.
He did get some rewards. I mean, he got a Senate shard. I'll tell you what though, last week was the most fun I have ever played Trials in my life. I love that they turn on that flawless matchmaking, because a lot of us are just jumping in solo and we're just looking for some close matches. We don't even want to go flawless. We're not worried about going flawless. And for the most of the week, I didn't care about it. I just love getting in these games that were pretty close. Almost every game went to like 5 rounds, was like 5-4 or 5-3. And it even says in this TWAB that they want more of those games.
Yeah,
they don't want those.
That's
5-0s.
the way it should be. Yeah. Right? Because it's no fun getting pub stomped or getting just clipped by a streamer all the time.
Here's my prediction. They're going to see all the 5-0 skunks this week, and they're going to adjust that number to Saturday reset. They're going to go flawless pool.
Of course.
I think that's going to be the sweet spot, and I'm good with that. As long as there is a separate pool, for us plebs that jump in on the weekend and just want to run and do bounties and stuff,
Well, they went from Friday to Sunday, so I think, Saturday's probably this week.
I think they're going to swing back. We'll see what the 5-0 rate is this week.
Yeah. I mean, we all know this ahead of time. I mean, this is purely for the streamers, so streamers can go ahead and get their rocks off and, own some blueberries, and they're going to go like, wow, so we looked at the numbers again, and this is what we see.
Yeah, I was watching a Saturday night stream. True Vanguard, Dr. Lupo, and Ninja with Noel, who is the test player for Bungie. I'm like, if I saw those 3 names in my other lobby, I'd be like, just going to jump off.
Yeah, re-roll that, please.
Yeah, peace out. Good guys. Good.
I would emote with them and that kind of thing and be like, hey.
Yeah, they wouldn't give you a chance to emote. You'd be dead already.
No, they wouldn't.
I don't know. Those guys are good. Dr. Lupo hadn't been playing a lot of Trials, and he was right in there, man.
He's been playing like
yes, I understand.
Else,
yes, I get that. Ninja with Noel, when he used to stream before he worked for Bungie, I love watching that guy is an incredible player. He is so quick to act and decide what to do. Just very impressive. And it was good to see him playing. It really was. Anyway. Okay. Well, thanks, Hazel. Appreciate the rundown. And we'll just see. We'll see what happens next week. The next TWAB. All right. It's my favorite time of the year. Yeah, it is my favorite time of the year. It's getting cooler out. It is my favorite time of the show. It's where we answer our questions from our community. And we got some good ones tonight. So let's let me stop yapping and we'll get on to that right now.
Hey Guardians, would you like to send us a question for the show? Well, there's 4 ways to do it.
Number 1, join our Discord server. There's a join link in our show notes. We have some great gamers in there, by the way. And you can just lurk or hang out or jump right in and talk with us. There's also a channel labeled Podcast Questions where you can type in your question for the show.
You can also email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com, or we also tweet out almost every week about our upcoming show, guest, and you can respond there with your questions at guardian_d_cast is our Twitter handle.
Finally, you can send us a voicemail with your questions at speakpipe.com/guardiandowncast. Remember, that's all one word. And we'll play it on the show for you guys.
Speakpipe is honestly my favorite thing. But anyway, thank you for all you guys do, and toddles.
And later, Guardian. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the week, that time of the night, that time of the show where we answer questions from our community. And boy, do we have some questions tonight. We're going to start out with our good old Uncle Scumdeath. We have several Speakpipe questions tonight. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the Speakpipes. Me and Hazel, it's like our fix. We just love to hear your voices. So thank you for that. And let's start with Mr. Uncle Scumdeath. We're going to play it right now.
Hello, Scumdeath here. About 2 hours ago, I played an amazing local gig. Warcrab kicked ass. We smashed a load of faces in, big mosh pit, lovely old job, full house, awesome. 2 hours later, I'm at home, and I am swilling down the patio because it stinks of dog piss. So I've got my rubber gloves on, I've got the hose out, got the disinfectant out. So my question for the show is, when was the last time you did something absolutely amazing, and then the next minute it's really mundane and you're back to life? I don't know. It's hard being a rock star, isn't it, I suppose? I don't know. Love you all. Stay safe. Bye.
I love this, man. One thing you've done where you've been like proud of what you've done and then immediately switch over to something that maybe isn't so glamorous. I guess that's his question. Is that right? Did I follow that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zaniac, what do you think, man? There any instance where this might have happened to you?
I can't really think of one on the top of my head, man. I just get a kick out of Scumdeath's. I don't know, man. His accent's great.
Yeah.
It's such a character, man. I just enjoy listening to him. Just his different takes. So I don't know really if I have anything to add to that. It's just waiting to hear.
It's the life of a rock star, right? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Hazel, how about you?
Mine was actually last Saturday. I was super excited and jonesed up after that Deepstone Crypt run.
Yeah.
And I was like so excited. I don't know why. I mean, I think it was just because I guessed right. And I took out A-tracks and all that. And then, so I told my wife, and the amount of disinterest that she had in her face. Like, I mean, it was this look of, if I could be asleep right now, I would be. Or if I were doing anything else right now, I would rather be doing that than listen to you just tell the story. So
this is the part where she shows you your honeydew list and says, "Okay, there's 11 choices. Pick one. You can't pick wrong. Just do one of those things."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kind of similar with me. The first week trials came out. Myself, Rye for short, and Nico. It was our first time playing for the week, and we went flawless. I mean, we busted our butt to get that flawless. I mean, we earned it. We reset quite a few cards to get to that point, and I'm screaming and yelling, and I'm like, I even might have dropped a couple F-bombs. And I'm like, honey, we went flawless in the first week it came out. Do you believe this? She goes, you don't need to drop so many F-bombs. I don't care what you're doing, but you need to watch your mouth. There's no reason to be, saying that word so many times. I don't care. That's just ridiculous. You sounded ridiculous in there. I said, okay, what's Hazel's excuse then? Anyway, little dig. Sorry, little dig there.
Yeah.
But honey, lighthouse.
Yeah. Funny story for you though. So another thing from Saturday is that so it was like 8:00 Eastern, and my daughter, her bedtime's usually between like 8:30 and 9, so she's up, And apparently we found out that I think that our voice travels. And she heard what I was saying, and I was saying some choice language.
Uh-oh.
And she's like, what's Dad talking about? And my wife's just like, yeah, he's just playing Destiny. And she's like, my daughter looks at her and goes, yeah, I think he's dying a lot.
Because that's your nickname, Mr. Die-A-Lot, or Mr. Die-Man.
Die-Man, yeah.
I love it. Good job, Addie. Good job.
Yeah.
That was great.
She's a Gatr fan, apparently.
I love it.
Right.
I love it. All right.
Mr. Get My Res.
Oh, God.
I'm not going to say that. I'm not that needy.
Oh, God. All right.
Mr. Let Me Die.
Yeah, you let me die, man. How come you didn't pick me up? All right. We have another one from our glorious uncle from across the pond, and we're going to play it right now.
Hello, Scumdeath here. My brother has just put me onto a program called Lego Masters, which is a bit like the Great British Bake Off, but instead of cooking, they make Lego models, and it's actually making me want to get a set of Lego. Oh, that Millennium Falcon one, which is about £800. Oh, it would be amazing. So I really do miss that from my childhood. So if you could pick something up from your childhood and have another go at it, what would it be? Love you.
Wow, what a great question. I'm sure we all ask ourselves this. He was getting into Lego Masters and wants to buy a set of Legos, and my God, they've gone up in price. That answers last week's question. What used to be cheap back in the day is now exorbitant. God.
Yeah.
So he was saying, what is there one thing that we want to buy from our childhood that we'd be excited
bring back?
Bring back. Right. Sorry, I don't listen very well. Yeah. Can you think of anything, Zaniac? Anything?
So that was a great. I like that one from Uncle Scumdeath. That Millennium Falcon is a great one, right?
It is.
Love the detail on that thing. But man, is it just that's way too rich for my blood, right? So probably the thing I'd probably want to bring back is I remember the old G.I. Joe action figures, like when they weren't like the big foot-long tall ones, but the little 3 3/4 inch tall ones, like the same height of the old Star Wars figures, right? But these had like swivel arm, battle grip, and awesome like pack of weapons and stuff. So I wish that I went back and I kept all those toys, like maybe one to play with and one mint in package that I would have kept and just stored away and just forgot about and found years later. Because, man, I regret not keeping those in good condition because they're all, like, loose and just all torn up and stuff, the few that I still have left. So I would have loved to have some of those to kind of just break out and just admire after all these years.
Yeah, good answer.
It'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. That's
a good one.
We don't think about that when we're tearing that package open to play with it.
No, not when you're making like dioramas in the mud and stuff and the backyard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you ever see your kids doing something like that? Like nowadays? And you're like, oh, but that could be worth money one day. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We went to McDonald's tonight. My daughter got a Lion King something for Disney's 50th anniversary or 75th or whatever it is. And my daughter just like tore into it, and I'm like, that could be worth money.
What about you, Hazel? Curious what you're going to answer here.
My answer is not at all what you would think it would be. So for me, what I'd bring back from my childhood is basically like the ability to dream again, and go like, oh, when I get older, I want to do this.
God, you just made me have another answer.
I know that's pretty profound. So
it's one of the gifts that I offer this podcast. Yes.
Yeah. What I was gonna say was I loved Matchbox and Hot Wheel cars, and I had a full carrying case full of them. I would set them up against my army.
Those are the best.
I'd have army man battles on one end of my bedroom, and on the other end, I'd have Matchbox cars. I don't know how they were shooting back, but it didn't matter. They would run over the soldiers, I guess. But right. I tell you, now that you mentioned that, Hazel, I remember when I was, 8 or 10 years old, I climbed this loquat tree in my front yard. I get up to the very tallest peak find a nice little branch I could sit on. And I would just sit up there and just gaze out on the neighborhood being, 20 feet up, it was pretty cool for a kid. I miss those days. I miss those days when I could do that. And I had nothing to do, man. I had all afternoon until my mom said to come in and get dinner. That's already made for me, by the way. Oh, man. What good days. Good days. All right. We had one here from Mr. Sweaty Spooks, and it is not addressed to us. So I'm just going to be quiet here and let him speak. Here we go.
Hey everyone, Sweaty Spooks here, and I got a question for our good friend, Uncle Scumdeath from across the pond. So, Uncle Scumdeath, if you're hearing this, my good friend, I wanted to ask you, would you just call an English muffin just a regular muffin in the UK, and then call our traditional idea of a muffin as an American muffin? Just curious. That's all for now. Thank you so much. Love the show, guys. Bye.
All right. That question was for Uncle Scumdeath. So here's what we're going to do. Uncle Scumdeath, if you would please answer this question in a Speakpipe. I'm going to save Mr. Sweaty Spook's question for next week's show. We'll play it again, and then we're going to have your answer immediately right after it. So just want to let everybody know that. And for our UK folks out there that listen to our podcast feedback channel in our Discord, you can also answer as well. We're curious what your answer would be to that question. Okay.
Yes. America and England, two countries separated by a common language.
Isn't that something? And quite a few miles of water. Yeah.
And hey, Sweaty, I just want to say it's good hearing from you, man. I miss you, man.
I was just going to say that. I know he's been busy in life, and thanks, man. Thanks for talking with us.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. I'm dreading these next two, I think. I haven't listened to them yet, but I've heard things. But here we go. This is from Mr. Arisen Phoenix. I believe he has two of them. And here is his first question.
Hey, so Zaniac, how did you like being on Barely ADS? Oh, wait. That wasn't you. You're a scrub, comparatively. What makes you keep playing PvP even though it's garbage?
Oh, shots fired. Okay.
Damn. All right.
All right. You are not Xanafan 711, our longtime friend from that podcast, but and he was our last year's co-champion of our speed run. But I call you Zan all the time, and I don't mean to, but it's just so easy to say. But why the PvP? Why is it such junk, as Arisen Phoenix has stated here?
That's fair. I mean, that's his opinion. I enjoy just playing the mode. And, I mean, that's how I got introduced to the clan, is playing with Warcry and then you and then the other guys. So I just enjoy the mode. And I've always enjoyed, like, PvP, dating back to, like, playing SOCOM back in the day. So, I'm horribly mediocre, but, I have my good games, and those are the ones that stay with you, and those are enough to kind of fuel you to keep coming back for more, right? It's just that rush of having that one game that just you look back on and say, oh, I pulled this killer play off. And a lot of times, no, man, I die a lot. I'll be the first to tell you.
Yeah.
But I just enjoy it. I enjoy playing it. And Crucible is like one of my favorite things about Destiny. So I'll keep playing it until there's a game.
Can I just say you were always a class act when you joined me in Warcry? I instantly liked you because you were level-headed and you kind of balanced me out a little bit. I have to say that. I mean, Warcry he's a man of very few words. And
you and Warcry are like kind of like you and Hazel have your own dynamic here.
Yeah, I guess
you and Warcry are like an old married couple, man. You guys just bicker back and forth, but there's nothing but love there.
See,
and I could see it.
You've got all this history with your old clans. I go way back with Warcry, probably over a decade. So
nice.
He's just always been a good guy, and I've met him in real life. I've had lunch with his family, and hopefully soon I'll be able to do that with Hazelnut too. Once COVID gets the hell out of here. So. Yeah. Amen. Hopefully GCX will happen someday in person. So
yes, I'm hoping, man.
Yeah.
That would be amazing if that could happen down the road somewhere. I mean, I'd have to travel cross country, but
yeah, it's worth it.
We'll see.
It's a fun weekend. Yeah. All right. One more from a Mr. Arisen Phoenix, and we'll move on to our Discord questions. Here we go.
So, fair question for Zaniac. You apparently love PvP. I already asked why you continue to come back, and hey, no judgment. Everybody loves what they love. But what is the main drive? Maybe you already asked it, but I guess more what I mean are you a meta player, or do you play to challenge yourself? And don't pull a Gatr answer some bullshit of to make myself better. Yeah, no one cares. Do you play to have fun, or do you play for the challenge like, morons that play Dark Souls games so that they can say they have a bigger dick than anybody that plays Minecraft?
Risen Phoenix, payback's hell, baby.
Ooh,
And it is to better myself, okay? It's to improve my skills at playing the game. I'm not going to go down that road. So I guess, are you a meta player, Zan? What's your play style, and why do you play? Why are you so passionate about? You kind of answer this a little bit, but I guess what we're saying is expound upon this a little bit.
So I am the epitome of when they call a dad loadout, what a dad loadout is. I embrace that, man. If a pulse rifle with a fast TT kill and easy to use, kills fast, I'll embrace it. I'll use it, man. So yeah, messenger, main ingredient. I'll use whatever it takes to give me an advantage or what I'm comfortable with. So whether that's considered meta, I'll use what works for me. And yeah.
Yeah. It makes sense, man. I mean, there's two things I look for in a gun: accuracy, recoil, basically. And I got to have a good sight picture. I'm a big red dot guy in Call of Duty. I got to have a good sight picture. So whatever weapon fits that void. Yeah. I totally get it, man. Totally get it. All right, Hazel, let's jump into the Discord questions. I know we had a lot of speak pipes tonight, so let's at least get a few from the Discord here.
Okay. I think even we have a couple for Mr. Zaniac.
Bring it on. Let's do it.
Sweet. Awesome.
All right. So, Mr. Monkey. Question for Zaniac. Cheers for all the help over the years, buddy. I know you're partial to a bit of Gambit. Where should they take that mode?
Good question.
Mr. Monkey. Yeah, he's good people, man. I've known Mr. Monkey for a few years now, and he's fun to game with. It's too bad that we're in opposite time zones, though, so working that out sometimes is not difficult. I'll get on just as he's getting off for the night or something, but it's always good to play with Mr. Monkey. So I think with Gambit, I appreciate that Bungie has tweaked that over the years since it's been out. With Prime, I thought that was an interesting attempt at making a different mode. But I guess ultimately they think it was worthwhile. But who knows? I mean, what do you think? Maybe putting champions into some sort of Gambit mode at some point. I don't know. I mean, who knows what they might do with Gambit in the future? I
honestly think when they got rid of Prime, I really truly thought they were going to have mods you could socket in any of the armor that had the Prime attributes that you had to wear the glowing armor at the time.
Right, for the different roles.
Like for instance, if you were a sentry like I was quite a bit, you would be able to one hit the invader and it would light up it would glow for everyone, so everyone knew where it was. That is a very great perk to have as a sentry, as you're watching the bank and making sure nobody.
Oh, kind of like what character or what role was it that if you hit like the big yellow bars, like the big enemies, you just shot them once or whatever and you weaken them?
Yeah, Sentry, I think.
Was it Sentry? It was Sentry.
No. It's the Reaper, the green one. Yeah, the Reaper. That was the person that wasn't the collector who got moats. That was the person who knocked down all the enemies. He just would slay. Quick. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, why couldn't we have? Come on, Bungie. I mean, I know they got plenty to do, but if you really want to make Gambit exciting, it would be really cool to have these kinds of mods to sock it into a piece of armor, Be kind of neat.
Right. Unique to that mode.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think there needs to be a way that they level the playing field.
How so?
Like how so?
Yeah.
Like, basically like I touched on like way long time ago, that there should be a way that you can like take like motes away from the other team, or take the stacks away that you can get from the like killing the what are they, the like the little sentries that like the prime, not the primeval, but
Blockers?
Not
the witches.
Not
the witches.
okay.
The primeval.
Yeah.
I call them the
envoys.
Envoys. Good,
Envoys.
Yeah.
Them.
Yeah. So if you take them out, or like, there should be a way that you can reduce those stacks. To me, I think that's a good point. The thing.
Because once you get to that
that's a good point too. That's actually a very good point, because once those stacks get going, it's almost impossible to stop the melt, right? It's like, oh, right. Man, here we go.
There's no real mechanic to even that out at the end when it gets real crazy.
No.
Yeah.
Other than
the momentum is...
Yeah. Other than a really good invader who knows how to get right in there and mess their momentum up. But there's very few invaders that can do that.
Yeah.
Get an army of one when it counts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I did that, and that was like some of the most fun I've had playing that game. Definitely.
Right.
Like, I think I did that when I was playing with Jealous and RNG during the podcast.
Of course. Man in the field.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Speaking of which, where are you at now? Where you at in trials? What are you working on?
I'm not in trials.
Okay, all right.
I'm on a podcast. Why would I be
of course.
in trials?
That
involves...
You guys are playing together, aren't you? I knew it. All right.
No.
All right. I've got one here from Warcry. Question for the show. What do you think about the direction they're taking trials, and what do you think about getting trials engrams and turning them in for better rolled gear? We always go to you first, Zan.
I like it. I like this whole... maybe a little flawed in execution with the control point with the labs, but hey, kudos to Bungie for trying new things, right? And experimenting with a mode that they're trying to drive people towards. So I'm all for it, and I can't wait to dip my toe in it this weekend. Yeah,
me too. We've talked about trials ad nauseum, it seems, but is there anything else you want to add, Hazel?
Yeah, I just wanted to add that I wanted to find out from Warcry, what's it like to not go to the lighthouse?
I knew that was coming. I saw the train and I just got right on the tracks. Hey, Hazel, what opinion do you have about trials? Stupid Gatr. I tell you what's really cool about the Engrams. I'm actually not turning them in. I'm keeping them because let's hear me out.
Really?
Hear me out. I am hoarding them because I have.
My heart is in my throat.
Right now. I already have the last week's flawless reward, which was the adept line rifle. Not coming to me right now what it was. It's all
Reese regret.
It's like all gold. It's real pretty. Beautiful.
Reese regret.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And I already have when I played trials and killed myself to get the messengers. I would like an adept messenger, but it's not available from the tower this week, and you can't get an adept version unless you've gone. Well, I have gone. Well, anyway, it's not available in the farming pool right now. So I'm just like, there's nothing in there I really want. I've already got the adept Shire's Wrath and a few other rolls of that, and I really don't. There's nothing there I really want right now. So I'm just hanging on to them. They're just keeping them in my inventory. And then what I really want is the auto rifle. When I really wasn't playing enough trials to get the auto rifle, I can't remember what it's called even, but it's really good in PvP. It cuts down enemies pretty good. I believe it's a 600 RPM. But when I'm waiting for that to come out or that to be available either at the lighthouse or in the farming area, because they haven't really changed it in the last 3 weeks. So
go through my vault right now to see what that one is called. I remember which one you're talking about.
The Summoner. That's it. I never got the Summoner because I just refused to play Trials, even when it was available. It was so painful to play. The old Trials was so painful, man.
Damn, I want a 1311 just sitting there. I don't know if I want to infuse it, but it's got Zen Moment Rampage, and I think I might just keep it.
That's nice. Rampage is really good right now in Crucible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hazel, why don't we grab another one here, man? Do we have more for Zan?
Okay.
Let's see here.
All right. So, question for Zan. This is from Oryx, Miser of Swag, a.k.a. Joker. As a good Crucible player, what are 3 tips you would tell someone who wants to improve in PvP?
Great question.
Well, I could answer that as a mediocre Crucible player. So I will say, you know what? I would say to improve, like watch YouTube videos like the streamers that we mentioned tonight, with True Vanguard, Acicross,
Cinenomad,
Patty Cakes, Cammy Cakes, all those guys.
Yep.
They have a lot of insight. The cakes, right? They have a lot of insight to share about Crucible, and I should probably take to heart what they have to teach. But there's a lot of knowledge to be learned, and I don't know if you guys ever heard of an author named Malcolm Gladwell.
Oh yeah.
But he wrote somewhere that to achieve true mastery for any craft, one has to invest 10,000 hours to really become good. Like if you want to become a master violinist or learn a trade, you have to invest a lot of time to get good at that. So, put in the time, play the modes, hone your craft, and then just stay positive. You're not your KD, even though some people attach a lot of identity to that. You're going to have good days and bad days. So just enjoy playing. If you don't really play a lot of Crucible, there's the thing about Destiny is there's so many different modes that you could play, right? It's for raiders and PvE endgame people, it's all there. For PvP, you could do trials. So, and there's anything in between. You could just go to patrol sectors and try out new guns, new builds and stuff. But Crucible is not something to be afraid of. Just try it. And, if this old 50-year-old geezer can play in there and have a good time and have a decent game now and then, anybody can. So,
I'll second that.
Keep at it.
Yep. It's nice that you called Gatr a geezer.
Well,
Geezer Guardians unite.
He included himself. That's good. Anything you've learned in PvP that you want to share, Hazel?
Just know that you know nothing when it comes to PvP, and kind of just go in like a sponge. And
well said.
Watch those videos and just sort of like rewrite everything that you know.
I'll give you.
That's what I had to do.
Yeah.
I mean,
you have to.
Like the 40-60 rule, that video, I'm taking that whole thing to heart. I'm seeing my KD. I mean, it's still shitty, but I know that it's improving, even as low as it is. So
it's a process, man. Trust the process.
Well, yeah, and I don't care about that because I can tell that I'm doing better.
Yeah, of course.
And that's the thing that
scoreboard doesn't lie.
I can tell.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I was going to add something too, but go ahead. I was going to say the other thing I would say is tweak your control settings too. I mean, there's no magic one for everybody, right? But ever since this new update where they added the ADS sensitivity modifier and also like sprint turn ratio. So those are 2 things that they added on top of just regular look sensitivity. So there's some good videos about that too, about finding your sweet spot. But I would say just tweak those because you want to try to find that balance of being able to maneuver and be quick and agile, but also to control your aim. It doesn't good if you can do 180s and turn on a guy instantaneously, but you can't consistently hit that enemy target in front of you, right? So you want to try to find that sweet spot. So yeah, that's another thing I just want to add real quick.
Yeah, thanks for that. I'll mention 2 things real quick. I know they're unsolicited, but I'm going to mention them anyway because I want more people to play Crucible. I'm really enjoying it now, and this is what I've learned. One tip I'll tell you is every Frostbolt, every Ascendant Nomad, every True Vanguard out there started where you started. They all started at the same spot with a 0.4 KD, and their head spinning, trying to figure out what the hell's wrong. Me too. I got my ass kicked a lot. I swore off Crucible in year 1 of Destiny. I said, man, I came from Call of Duty. I don't need any of that crap. I'm going to go in the patrol zones and look around. And once I got into it on year 2, I felt so crappy for all the weapons and good times I could have had playing Crucible in year 1. But okay, just remember everyone starts at the same place. And it just depends on how much time you want to put into it, how much research you want to put into it. And in that kind of way, everything is in life. If you have a passion to learn something new, you just got to put the time in. Or as I tell everybody rating, you just got to get the reps. Just got to put the reps in. And my second tip that's going to be more functional that you can practice right away. I always know a decent Crucible player when I shoot them and they don't sit there and die. They get back behind cover and heal up. You know those fallen captains you see all the time that you kill them to like a shred and then they freaking zigzag behind something and don't come out until they get their full health back? Be a damn captain. Be a fallen captain when you're playing Crucible. Just because someone got a shot on you, don't give up. The kill times in Crucible are not sub 1, and they're not sub half second like they are in Call of Duty and other games. You have a chance to get your health back and come back and fight another day.
Don't be a drag.
Don't be a drag.
Don't be a thrall either, unless you're a Titan.
Yeah, don't be a thrall.
Just aping, running at you.
Don't just run at it. Don't just run and get liquefied. If you get hit, don't panic. Just stay near cover and have a place, have an out. If you get hit, have a place you can go back to. I mean, that's one thing that's going to increase your skill. I mean, threefold right there. And where did I learn that? I learned that from watching videos from Ascendant Nomad, True Vanguard, Cool Cake, cool guy, Cool Cakes. You know why I say Cool Cakes? Because Cammy Cakes and Cool Guy are really good friends in real life, and I put those guys together. But there's a ton of Destiny content creators out there that have great tips, and I'm always learning. I'm always learning something new every time. So anyway, I won't belabor that point. Let's looking at time here. Let's go with a few more. Hazel.
Yep. Okay. Right for short. Question for the show. Thoughts on my favorite weapon currently, Lawrence Driver.
Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Until you get sucked in that vortex when someone gets a headshot on someone who peeked. And you're like, I didn't do anything. I'm dead. What? No. I think I agree with Ascendant Nomad. I think it's a powerful weapon. I don't think it's meta. I think it's not a novelty, but it's a tool. It's another tool in your belt. But I'm not a fan. I don't like line rifles. Hazel?
I don't really use it in Crucible. I just like taking it out. I don't think I've ever thought that I would have a loadout which would be a primary +2 linear fusion rifles. I never thought I'd have that. But
true.
But man, I love that setup, man. I love having the Lawrence Driver and then having like Reed Regret or Threaded Needle as my heavy. And I'll go into like a Shattered Realm and just have so much fun with that combo, man. It's just so fun.
Oh yeah, and it helps that we can get a
Unstoppable on it.
No, a line rifle targeting mod for really cheap this
this absolutely.
That makes it nice.
That's what I have on my head at all times. The targeting mod and then the ammo finder, and I'm good.
Yep.
Nice.
Hazel?
I don't really. I mean, I don't like getting killed by it because I think it's just crazy overpowered. But I do enjoy killing people with it, though.
In comp, it's very accurate. People know how to use that gun. It's deadly. But it's just, like I said, it's another tool. Yep.
I'm waiting to hear Gatr next week getting killed by the Agar Scepter. Going like, I don't understand.
I did. I got killed by it this morning. I was playing some comp, and I was like, what? I was like half second, I'm dead. What the hell? What's in this gun? And
can I just say, backing up to Lawrence, I want to change my phone notification sound to the Lawrence Driver.
We talked about that last week. Guardian photographer had a question saying, what's the coolest sound of a exotic out there that you like? And I think, didn't you answer that, Hazel? Or was it Nips?
I think Nip
said it. Yeah, he said the same thing. I wish I could make it a ringtone on my phone.
Right? That or the crit hit on Outbreak Perfected or whatever.
Right.
You get a headshot on that thing. That's another one I like.
That is good. Yeah.
So good.
Okay, a few more here. Let's see. Okay. This is from Jealous the Kid. Question for the show. Have you ever encountered this at a stoplight? You're in the curbside lane turning right. Trying to visualize this. And some idiot on the inside middle lane turns right on red. I live in Florida. Jealous. This is like a common occurrence in Florida. I don't know about you guys. What do you guys think? Does that happen to you guys?
This sounds like a DMV test question or something.
I know I had to think about it.
But yeah, I could picture it clear as day as Jealous was describing it. Yeah, I've seen that move out here in California too, and it's like it doesn't even. I used to notice it and go, "Wow, buddy, nice one," and like shake my head. But now it's like, it happens so much now. It's like, okay, where are the cops when you need one or something? You know, it's like, whatever.
Yeah, this actually happened to me, except I was going left.
Ooh, that's even worse, dude.
So yeah, I was going left, and this woman, she like turned and she took off my bumper. And
that's right.
What?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that case, the cops did show up. Yeah.
Property damage.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they were sort of confused.
Yeah, what happened here?
Yeah.
Wow.
I want a full explanation for this.
Get the crime scene tape out. Yeah. Whew.
Your bumper.
Okay, Hazel. Got another one?
Okay. Let's see here.
Yeah, we answered that one.
Oh my God, we have 10 questions. I forgot.
I mean, we got 10.
Pinned.
Oh, pinned. Yes, we do have pinned still. I haven't cleaned them out yet.
Okay.
You're going to make me edit all this silence out. I swear to God.
Yeah, I'm going to let it last a little longer.
Okay.
So, question from Red Grackle. Question for the show. Bungie approaches you with the opportunity to add either your voice or your likeness to the game as an NPC, but not both. Which would you choose, or would you pass altogether?
I'd throw my voice in the game. My likeness is nothing interesting, so voice for sure. Just, I don't know, sweeper bot or something.
Yeah, what are you doing there, Guardian? Yeah, no one wants to see my face. I'm just an old wrinkly guy. No one would care. They would just kind of bump into me and push me off, probably knock me over. Yeah, my voice. Easy answer.
Get them bounties, Guardian.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
That's Gators. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It is Gators.
Have you gotten your bounties today, Guardian?
You're not wrong.
Gators, like, if I don't have 63 bounties in my shit and ready to go, I'm doing it wrong.
How can I get more bounties?
I know. Never mind vault space. Vault more bounty space.
Well, I want that too. I've already mentioned my opinion on that, but
which would you rather have, bounty space or vault space?
That's a tough question.
You will be judged, but yeah.
I might have to go.
The beginning of the season would be bounty space.
Yes. Definitely beginning of the season. Maybe 100 bounty slots. And not counting like quests and missions, just bounties.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I hate the way they kind of fold over into the other and they count as bounty space.
I think I counted. I had 66 bounties completed for the first part of the season times 3 characters. Right off the bat.
Nice. And I hate there's some stuff in my quest that I can't delete. Like I can't abandon something.
I know.
Like why? Why can't I discard those and pick them up later?
Exactly. Exactly. It's
stuff
annoying.
Getting back to like Moon.
Yeah, it's a waste of space. It literally is a waste of space because I'm not going to do that bounty or that quest because I've already done it or it's for new light players and I can't get rid of it.
Right.
Okay.
Oh well.
I have 5 bounties.
Jesus, listen, this guy. He calls himself a podcaster.
I have
5 bounties, as in 5 that are done, or just 5 sitting there waiting to be completed?
5 sitting there waiting to be.
And I bet you
I don't know how
that'll time out.
And I bet you 4. No, I bet you 4 of them are from 801 for transmog.
No, just 2.
No.
Oh, okay.
But the other 3, I don't know how I got these. But they're from the Dreaming City.
Oh.
So it's like purification ritual.
You must have slipped and hit your button accidentally or something.
No, I think you get these. I don't think that you have to get these. You don't select these. I think these are like ones that are.
These are not the ones you buy from Petra.
No, these aren't those.
Okay.
These are something else.
Huh.
I had a question from Helios here, and I guess it's appropriate here since Zaniac is in our Discord, so he has an opinion. Question for the show: how many channels is too many channels in one Discord server, or should chaos reign supreme? And same goes for clans. And how many people is too many in a clan? What do you think, Zan?
I don't know. Maybe 100 is just right for clan count. Maybe they can up that. They could double it. It'll be okay. So we get room to grow.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
But channels in a Discord, I've come to expect nothing but unadulterated chaos, whatever Discord channel I join. So,
yeah, Discords are
chaos is part of it.
Our Discord channels, they kind of morph, and some of them go away. Like, some of our TV shows we like to follow, those go away because there's no, it's not a topic at the moment we want to talk about.
Yeah.
And some of them pop up. Like, I gotta admit, God, I hate it when Hazel's right. The lore channel he put in. Why did we put this in earlier? There's so many great conversations. Every morning I pop in there. There's Joker's in there. Mr. Monkey I've seen in there. Of course, Dez is in there. Our resident lore experts. I'm sorry, not lore experts.
Chaos.
Yes, he didn't want to be called an expert. That's why I was laying off. There's all kinds of people in there. Golden God.
Who's forgotten more
Hades.
lore than other people will ever know?
That would be Mr. Des Raven.
That's
yes.
right.
Yes. Yeah. That's good. I like that.
Yep. I'm willing to say even Laz Teox has forgotten more than I'll ever know.
I mean, myself and Hazel, we were just on the Spinful Theory podcast talking about lore, and man, those people are smart. I felt like I was just a side voice piece to just say, "Oh yeah, that's cool."
Sure, that thing, yeah.
But
these guys are going on these "My name is Bife" discourses.
I followed along. It was an interesting conversation, and a shout out to those guys. We really appreciated them, inviting us to their podcast. We're not considered lore experts or lore. We're kind of plebs when it comes to lore, but we love sitting in and hearing their process. So it was a lot of fun.
It was, and to me, it's always fun to sit and listen to smart people talk about smart things.
Oh yeah.
So for me to hear these people talking about something at such a high level and making connections that I never even considered.
Yeah.
It just is just so cool to listen to.
Made me think, that's for sure. And it was very very on topic with our current season we're in, as far as speculation. So okay. I'll say you take us out, Hazel. Pick one more for the road here, and we'll move on to our song selections.
All right. Didn't we answer some of these?
I'm thinking we did. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I forgot to. I don't know. You talking about the pen ones, right?
Yeah.
You talking about the pizza?
Yep, exactly.
That's what I thought. I'll remove it.
So, which 2 celebrities, this is from Uncle Scumdeath, our beloved uncle, would you want to fill your strike fire team.
Oh, man. Oh.
Oh, wow.
It will be judged. You know, we will judge you.
Man.
Two celebrities to be on my fire team.
Mm-hmm.
I already know Gators.
Maybe.
I have one in mind, but I'm trying to think of the other guy, the other Guardian. So let's see. Maybe I would say The Rock would be my Titan. That'd be pretty cool to have him around.
Good choice. Good choice.
And let's see who else.
Nope, you can't go wrong with The Rock, man.
No, man, I think he'd be good. I don't know. Maybe that whoever played the Vision, was that Paul Bettany? Maybe he could be the Warlock in the group.
Okay,
bring that Vision vibe.
I could see that. Yeah, he'd be good. He'd be good. All right, let's see if Hazel guesses correctly. I would, of course, want some eye candy, and that would be Jennifer Connelly. Would be let's say she can be my Hunter, because Hunters look damn good. And I would say as far as my Titan, because I'm the Warlock in the group, I'd have to bring in Ryan Reynolds just for comedic effect.
Nice.
Ryan Reynolds, and if he gets killed, it's like, so what? I still got Jennifer Connelly here. We're good. Hazel.
Wow.
What? Was I on par?
I was wrong. I thought you were going to go like all like Destiny out, and you'd be like, I want Nathan Fillion.
No, I mean,
and
we're talking about celebrity, Hollywood celebrities here. I mean, I love Nathan Fillion, but wait a minute now. Now you got me thinking again.
Ooh,
Lance Reddick would be. He would.
Wait a second. Okay, now that's a whole.
That would
like
be
Bishop.
Cool. That would be
Bishop. Cool. Oh my god, yeah.
That would be good.
That would be good.
I got to think about that. Well, all right. What's your answer then? If you say Lance Reddick, so help me.
No, I'm not a sellout like that. It would be amazing, but I can't do it. I don't care really who they play as, because I can play the other class. It's fine. I would say Samuel L. Jackson.
That's good.
I'd know he's motherfucking Thrall on this motherfucking moon. That would be great.
That would be.
And then I don't know. Maybe I think it'd be kind of cool to play with. I mean, I don't know. I would want to say Keanu Reeves.
Oh, that's good too.
But I'd be afraid that his voice would just put me to sleep. So,
like Bill and Ted for comic relief, or Neo for just badassery?
No, we're talking Neo, right?
Okay.
No, I'm just saying like him in general.
Oh,
but I think I'd have to go with Matthew McConaughey. Why the hell not?
Okay.
Have him like make fun of the Drifter, going all right.
I can see us heading into a strike, and I've got Keanu Reeves on my fire team. He'd be like, "Whoa."
Is there such a thing as too much comic relief?
I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah. You wouldn't get much done, but it doesn't matter. Before we go, I wanted to give a shout out to a new Destiny app that's out there. I heard this from, I don't know if Warcry put this in the maybe the Guardian, Build a Guardian channel maybe, but it was a new armor building or armor crafting site. And maybe I'm new to this game, but I tried it out today, and I was blown away, man. It's called D2 Armor Picker. And I know there's probably some people out there like, come on, Gatr, we've been using that forever. This is a really cool app. It really is. If you want to build a certain spec of your, like for instance, I wanted an 80 mobility, 60 resilience, 80 recovery, and 100 intellect build for my Warlock, which I did do, by the way, this morning. It gives you within 250, it'll give you every combination. And if you cut and paste, it has a cut and paste clip, you can put it in DIM, and DIM will pull it or mark it in your inventory. So all you have to do is just like grocery shopping. You just grab it, drag it over, mark it as favorite, and it was fantastic. Fantastic site. So check that site out. D2 D2 Armor Picker, and just Google it. You'll find it. It's a really cool site. Just wanted to mention that for We Left Tonight.
Check it out.
Yeah.
So, Des Raven, he actually shared something very similar to that. It's we pinned it in the Build a Guardian channel.
Okay.
And it's basically just like a string of code that you can put into DIM, and it tells you like what stuff to get rid of.
Oh, I like that even better. Yeah.
So that's
pretty
something
cool.
similar there.
Nice.
I deleted, I think, 56 pieces of armor, and
I need that in my life. I got so much extra armor. If it's a 62 or 65, you just keep it because you just never know if you want to build something later. And you want as much building material as you can when you're putting stuff together. But yeah. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you again for those awesome community questions. If we didn't get to your community question this week, don't worry. We still got it pinned nice and neat. And we'll put it into a future show. So, okay, guys, keep throwing them in there. Podcast questions channel in our Discord. Speakpipe.com/GuardianDowncast, all one word. You can email us. There's all kinds of ways to send it. I'm sure we bugged you enough with our advertisement that we have every week in our moving from segment to segment. Yep. That's what I meant to say. I do tend to fade toward the end of the show. But you know what? I just love hearing this man's voice. So we'll get to our song choices right after this.
Guardian Downcast. Guardian Downcast. Yeah. Guardian Downcast. This is an intro. Guardian Downcast. Guardian. Not copyright. Guardian Downcast.
Hey, everybody. This is our final segment of our show. This is where we like to pick our songs for our award-winning Guardian Downcast show playlist. It's just a little sample of what Hazel and I and our guest each week pick, and some of their favorite songs. So we put them in our playlist, and it's quite large now. And just search for Guardian Downcast show playlist on Spotify, and we're, of course, on iTunes as well. All the links are in our show description and all that wherever you get your podcast these days. We have eclipsed the 800 number, Hazel. We now have 801 songs, 57 hours and 28 minutes of music, representing us and all of our past guests ever since we've started this endeavor. So it's quite large now, which is kind of cool. Just hit random. Just boom, hit random.
She said.
Anyway, we'll start out with you, Zaniac. What'd you pick tonight, man?
All right, so my first song that I picked is Tribe Called Quest, Scenario, because I'm just an old school hip-hop aficionado, and that's probably one of my favorite songs ever. And it's just a great collaboration of some great 90s hip-hop guys, and man, it's just a classic song. And my other song is Foo Fighters. I know you like that, Gatr. New Way Home. And it's their last song on their second album, Color and the Shape.
Good song.
And I've seen them live, and the Foo Fighters, if you've never seen them in person, are a great live band to see.
Yeah. Live
show. And I swear, man, it's on my bucket list. If they ever play New Way Home in one of their sets, man, it'll be definitely a box to check on my bucket list, because that's my favorite song of theirs.
That's awesome, man. I've yet to see them in concert, but I don't really go to concerts anymore. I'd rather just watch them on TV, their live shows and stuff.
Exactly.
I've watched so many of their live stuff and their documentaries that Dave Grohl puts on. It's fantastic stuff, man. The guys just...
And that concert, that live show they did a while back, it was a long time ago now, at Wembley Stadium.
Oh, that's right. You were there?
What an amazing... No.
Okay. I was going to say.
I'll watch clips of that.
That was enormous, man.
That was a show of a lifetime, though, where they played with some of the Led Zeppelin guys at the end. That was pretty amazing.
I watched that entire concert. That was crazy, man. That stadium, man, is enormous.
Right? Like 80,000 plus, I believe.
Oh, it was. I thought it was 100,000, but I don't know.
Yeah, it could have. I think you're right. I think
it was crazy. Dude, it was nuts. I mean, some of our stadium, our college football stadiums hold 80,000 people. It's crazy.
Right.
That's a lot of people, man. Okay.
A lot of people for a show.
thanks for those picks, man. Those are good picks, solid picks.
Yeah, I fell down a 90s rabbit hole because of you.
Questlove.
Like, oh, this is great.
That was awesome.
Questlove is old school, by the way. His dad was a drummer, and he's very old school when it comes to drumming basics. You can hear it on that Mark Ronson. Watch the Sound on Apple TV. Great.
Oh yeah,
telling you, Hazel.
The Roots drummer, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's great. It's a great show, man.
Good stuff.
Watching it back through with my wife now, it's really neat. All right, Hazel. Nice. What rabbit hole did you fall down this week?
Right. My first song is, I don't remember what the hell it was.
Who's that by?
It's by...
him.
Oh, wait. I'm down here at the bottom. My bad. There we go.
Oh, you penned him, didn't you? Okay.
I did. So my first song is by the Teskey Brothers. They're an Australian group, and it's So Caught Up. It's kind of a bluesy, reminded me of like the Four Tops almost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then my next song is called, here we go, About a Voyage by Sayuri. And this is the closing song to season 4 of My Hero Academia. Oh. This is the only season that I actually would watch, and then I would just listen to this song all the way through at the end. And it's basically about taking something small inside of yourself and basically owning it. Either if it's something bad, something good, and just owning it and trying to do good with it.
Nice.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Well, it's funny you picked an Australian band. Because one of my picks tonight, okay, I got to tell you a little story here. I swear it won't go long. The person who wrote this song and actually performed parts of the song is the most successful Australian director of all time in Australia. He has the 4 top 10 highest worldwide grossing Australian films of all time. It's funny, this song came up in my head. If you notice, it was a last minute song change I did. I was talking to my son, and I was, we're just conversing, and he's just got a new job, and he's killing it, doing good, and he's engaged. He's really kicking ass right now. And I said, I was telling him I was proud of him. And he goes, Dad, wait till I really get it going. You're going to be really proud of me. And I said, son, the road is long, and in the end, it's only with yourself. No, I said the race is long. And in the end, it's only with yourself. Do you guys know what that comes from? No, don't answer that because you already know the answer. You already know the answer.
It sounds familiar.
Anyway, that immediately gave me a flashback of when I listened to this song. In fact, when I listened to this song, my son was 2 years old. My daughter was just being born. I must have played this song 1,000 times whenever I was feeling kind of like a beaten down new dad. And I didn't want this song to escape on our youth today. And what's great is these lyrics, they all apply, and the wisdom that they imply, it transcends time. It's still applicable to everything they say in the song is applicable today. And the song I chose is, like I said, is from this Australian director. He dabbles in film, television, music, theater, opera, and of course, song recording and producing. All right, enough book report. The song is from 1999, and it's called Everybody's Free to Wear Sunscreen. As I otherwise call it, it's the sunscreen song. Have you guys listened to the song before?
Oh, no. Who's the band?
It's Baz Luhrmann. The multi-talented Baz Luhrmann. All right. You wait, listen. I'm telling you, listen to the song. You'll be playing it again tomorrow. I promise you. And my second pick, this was a shower pick. I know. I have my music collection. I play it through one of my phones, and I just hit random. I have like 8,000 songs. I know it's not a whole lot. And this song came up, and I said, "Oh yeah, this song just gets me going in the morning." The band's from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. They formed in '99. They've released 7 studio albums, including their latest called Aurora, just came out. My song is from my favorite album of theirs. It's called Phobia. And it's the song You Fight Me from the band that's breaking their lead singer, Benjamin Burnley, that is. Yeah, it's Breaking Benjamin. This band will fire you up in the morning if you're wanting to get going. My wife, Mrs. Gatr, also chose a song this week. She says, I heard this on an episode of Ted Lasso, and it reminded me of my favorite Rolling Stones song, and she chose She's a Rainbow by the Rolling Stones. Zan also had it was a good song. I remember it. Zan also had a song for us this week. It's from the album Play Pretend, and it's the song Pepe Sylvia from the group Perspective. I don't know. It's a pretty cool upbeat song. It's definitely up Xanafan 711's alley. So, it's pretty cool.
Good stuff.
Well, that brings us to the end of the show, guys. If everyone, if you're out there, if you really enjoy what you're listening to, do us a big favor. Spread the word out there. Hit that share button on whatever podcast app you're using. And just, spread the word. Tell others about us. And we just, that's really cool. We'd appreciate that. We just kind of appreciate everything you guys do out there for us, whether you're in our Discord saying good morning or jumping into our lore segment and having a lore conversation with us during the day, or even just sharing some music that you heard, or maybe this new video you saw about putting builds together in Destiny. So anyway, I did want to mention that I do have I have a 30-day experiment I'm doing right now. I'm doing the competitive glory playlist. I started at 0 on day 1 for this season. I'm on day 11 now. I just finished day 11 today. And it's a 30-day challenge for myself to play the comp and glory playlist solo, freelance, for 30 days. And I'm just going to see where I end up. Because there's really no way in Crucible to really tell you how good you are or where you need to work on, And I got to admit, these games are really, really close. Every game could go either way. It's really nice. Well, that's another episode in the can. For our listeners out there, we have 113 other episodes with interviews from gamers all over our community. So if you're just finding out about us, you can go to our website, guardiandowncast.com, and, you can pick and choose any episode you want. They're all 113 of them are listed there, soon to be 114. Zan, we had a great time tonight, man. You were just the easiest guy to talk to, and
yeah, man, I had a blast too. Thanks for having me.
We had a great time tonight. And
yes.
Is there anyone you want to shout out, or anyone you want to acknowledge out there, or is there anywhere people can reach you in the community that you want people to know about?
Just I'm on Discord and in game, so if any, I'm usually the first guy to put my name in on that list for Iron Banner. You can see I'm already on there for next week.
I was there before you. I was there before you.
I know. I saw that. You and Warcry were there. So
yeah,
man. I'm just always on.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It'll be fun. Well, dude, you have really brought a lot of light to our community, man. So yes, we welcome you with open arms, man. We don't take that the wrong way.
I appreciate you both very much, man. It's great to be here.
Cool
Thanks
deal.
for the time.
Cool deal. Hazel, how can people reach you, sir?
Quick and easy. Hazel NT, anywhere and everywhere.
Alrighty, you can find me on Twitter at Todd the Gatr. Remember, that's Gatr. You can also find me on Steam and PS4. Gatr, all caps, Gatr, and don't forget those underscores. I'm on YouTube as Gatr-Guardian Downcast, or you can just look up Gatr, Gatr. Either way, will get you to the channel. And we also post our episodes there. If you want to listen in while maybe, doing something in the office and you just want to hear it on YouTube, it's there for you to listen to as well. You can find us, our podcast, on whatever podcast catcher you use out there. Just go to guardiandowncast.com. You can email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com. And we're on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast for show questions or whatever you want to talk to us about. We welcome you to join us there, talk with us. We have a bunch of great gamers in our Discord as well, as we're testing to tonight. Just search for Guardian Downcast, and I always put a Discord community link in our show notes. Hit that link, guys. We invite you to join our Discord. It's a great time. Whether you just want to hang in there and just see what everybody's talking about, or you want to just introduce yourself and maybe get in on some of the conversations, or just want to say good morning from wherever you may be in the world. It's awesome. Discord is the most awesome thing right now. I'm loving it. So, good deal. Well, we can't leave the show tonight without a Scum Death's Corner.
Hello, and welcome to Scum Death's Corner. As most of you know now, yesterday was the 23rd of September, and it was actually my 30th anniversary of actually starting work with Plymouth City Council. I started off, this might bore you, but I started off, 23rd of September 1991. Did my 3-year apprenticeship as a gardener, horticulturalist, and then for the next 15 years, after that, they put me in charge of a grass cutting team. So obviously, all the knowledge I'd gained about gardening and plants and flowers and trees, I'd forgotten by the time I got my job, my current job in the park. So, which I've been there for 11 years now. So when I got into this park, I had to relearn everything that I'd forgotten. But, it's been really good. Council's been really good to me. It's not the greatest pay in the world, but I've had a hell of a good laugh, So, where I am now, looking after this park, being head gardener, the warden or whatever you want to call it, it's the best job ever. So I'm 47 now. I've probably got about 20 years left before I have to retire. And, it's good. Happy days. Bit of a landmark, 30 years. I only look about 21. I don't know. Actually, I look about 67. Anyway, sorry to bore you, but I just wanted to get off my chest. I'd just like to say hello to you guys and gals. Threw out some nice comments to me, actually. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. And stay safe. And I love you all. Bye now.
Wow. 30 years on the job, Uncle Scumdeath. That's fantastic, dude.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's a rare breed. But you know what, though? That's what it's all about, man. It's about doing what you love to do. If you do what you love to do, time just flies by. It never feels like work. At least, I don't think so, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everyone. Continue to be safe out there. And more importantly, take care of one another.
Guardians are measured by their ability to come back from defeat. So stand. Fight!
Thank you all so very much for listening. And later, Guardian.
Get toddled.
Toddles.
Perfect. I had to wait for it, but awesome. I got it. Dude, I had a great time tonight, man. I'm really, man. I appreciate you coming on. I know it's been a long night. That's what happens when you get together with good friends. You end up talking and saying,
for sure, man.
You end up diving into.
And you guys too. What is it like?
Yeah, don't matter.
1 in the morning.
We're used to this. Yeah. We're used to this. When it gets past 1 o'clock, we know we got a good show, man. We really do. It's always a good time. So, well, thank you.
That was fun, man. I had a blast. So, thanks again for your. For the time having me on, and I'll see you guys soon in game.
Hey, and good luck on trials this weekend, Ben. Good luck.
Yep.
You too. See you at the lighthouse, hopefully.
Yep. All right.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
All right. Take care. I'll tell you what, the war cry is the reason I joined. I had like some hearts with war.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Because I met everybody here first through war cry, playing Iron Banner of all things.
I was gonna say Iron Banner. Yeah.
Well, every time we played Iron Banner, he's like, "Oh, Zaniac's on." I'm like, "Who?" And,
right.
And you bring him in. I'm like, oh, this guy's actually pretty cool. And then we actually kind of look forward to when you joined, because you're on California time. Dude. We'd always give you host, because then we wouldn't get South America. We'd actually get United States. The United States over on the West Coast is still playing that late at night.
That's right. So I got used to it got to the point where I got used to being the host, like getting the leaderships, just so I can we can get American matchups instead of.
It worked.
South of the equator.
Our games got easier.
Regions.
Our games got easier, and we didn't have a bunch of lag. It was great.
Yeah.
Our games got easier. Do you hear that?
Well, they did, because when you're trying to shotgun someone and they zigzag all over the damn map, I mean, come on.
Yeah. And you have to slide at them too, Gatr, right?
I don't really slide shotgun. I use chaperone.
Lies.
I did actually slide and fusion rifle someone today. I felt good. Anyway. You know what? You drive the bus, I'll honk the horn and interrupt you whenever I can. So.
Yeah. Sounds about right.